Well, 2 minutes early counts. 2 minutes early counts. We'll get going in just a second here. I am so far behind on my weigh-in stuff. I'm trying to get that posted a few places right now. How you doing, Benny Bob? How's your week, brother? I cannot get enough of this song, by the way. It's so good. It's so good. Completed another one. It was not a good fast, though. It was not a good fast. Hello, hello. Friday. And we are live. Running, feet on the ground. My God, look at the curls I got going on today, boys. Boys and girl. We do occasionally have a lady through. Yeah. Fast is complete, 84 hours on the docket, everything. It went okay. It was not a great fast. Me and Josh teamed up. He really wanted to do one this week. I actually was not going to fast this week. I was not planning on fasting one bit. And I decided to do it just because he wanted to, and it was not a good fast. I had headaches the whole time. I was lethargic the whole time. I wasn't craving food by any means, but you know, it was just one of those fasts. I did not feel great the whole time. I was having trouble sleeping. I had to take a bunch of melatonin to even fall asleep. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to throw a fan on here quick. Getting a little toasty in here. All right, that should cool it down a little bit. That should be nice. I am just working on uploading the weigh-in. Normally the weigh-in goes live a lot sooner than this. I have been running around like a chicken with my head cut off for the last hour or so, trying to get food done, trying to get a video done of the food I'm cooking, all sorts of fun stuff. So we're going to sit here and talk, and it was a mental fight too. Not so much. I didn't actually struggle to complete the fast. I just didn't feel good. I just didn't feel good the whole time I was fasting. I really didn't. Again, I was just lethargic. I had one of those just like front of your forehead headaches the whole time. I literally the first 2 days I gained weight on this fast. I absolutely gained weight. I'm having weird heart palpitations right now too. Woo! Don Schlanger! Hello. Welcome. Hope you're having a majestic Friday, a funky Friday, if you will. All right, TikTok is uploaded. We're going to upload to X. We're just kind of going to BS here for a second while I upload the weigh-in a couple places here. Ba-da-ba. Shabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-ba-da-ba. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I'll kind of be staring at my screen here a little bit. We got some cool stuff to check out, though. Guga's got a really good steak breakdown I want to watch. Max German's got some really good stuff. It is 4 o'clock now. We will do a sneak peek of the weigh-in. We'll do a sneak peek of my Friday weigh-in in about 30 to 40 minutes. We will have that up for you guys. Not my favorite weigh-in. Definitely not my favorite weigh-in, but, you know, it is a weigh-in nonetheless. Good, bad, indifferent, in between, terrible, amazing. It doesn't matter. We post that number no matter what. There's no going back on it, and you got to be accountable for your numbers. So we will have that up here in just a little bit. But I am telling you, I am absolutely telling you, I've had a weird week. I've had a very weird week. So I pushed myself on Tuesday. I generally don't lift weights. I don't use exercise machines. I do resistance band training. I do very light PT, and I do cardio as my exercise. That's been my exercise for the last 13 months. That's what I've done. It's been working. I've been sticking to it. Things have been going fantastic. Well, I got a wild hair up my ass on Tuesday. I decided to use every arm, chest, upper back, shoulder, tricep, forearm machine that gym had to offer, and I did them all in one go. For those of you who have been around for a while, you know that I have very bad knees. Very bad knees. I actually did legs. I did leg extensions on one machine. I did an elliptical for a couple miles, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for someone who's got joints as bad as me, that's a heavy workout. And what has happened for the rest of the week is from that heavy workout, I have had massive inflammation. I've had really bad inflammation. I'm retaining water like crazy, so it's been a weird week. And I figured the fast was going to sort all of that out, and it truly didn't. It truly didn't. But I'll tell you what else we're going to do. We're going to do my ketones live on stream. We'll do the weigh-in, and then we'll do a live read on ketones. We'll see what's going on there, and hopefully everything's looking good. Albeit, time will tell. Time will tell. How close are we to Project 399? It's not a great week, man. That heavy gym day did not do me good. It did not do me good.
Fancy Friday is here, and that means it's time to...
All right, so we're just posting the weigh in a couple places right now. Accountability. All right. Instagram's good. TikTok's good. X is good. We just got to do Facebook, and then YouTube will go live at 5. Live at 5 is such a beautiful term to say. It just tickles my fancy every time I get to say live at 5. Maybe I should actually start pushing my streams back to 5 p.m. just so I can start the stream by saying, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live at 5. It just rolls off the tongue really good. Really good. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. But once we do the weigh-in, I will do a ketone read live. I don't know how it's going to go. I did break my fast already. I had some broth this morning. After the broth, I did have some sausage. Not sausage. I had some jerky. They're jerky that look like sausages, so... Whew. Very interesting. I'm having heart palpitations like crazy right now. Very crazy. How's your week though, Bucky? Good? Hope it was well for you. Hope you had a productive week. A happy, healthy, well-fed week. My week was strange. My week was truly strange. Again, between the fast, everything else, it was just a really weird week. Really weird week. Albany, New York. Oh my God. A New Yorker. I'm a Pennsylvanian myself, but I'm near New York. I'm near New York. Binghamton. I'm Binghamton-ish. Binghamton-ish. I'll put it that way. How you doing? How's your weekend? How's Albany this majestic Friday? Hopefully well. I have not been to Albany in a very long time, to be honest with you. One of my aunts lives in Albany, or just outside Albany. She's more towards the Berkshires. But she does landscaping and stuff up there. I've been meaning to get up and see her forever. It's one of those things, that 3-hour drive is just enough of a barrier. You always mean to, but it never seems to happen. But welcome to the stream. Absolutely appreciate you stopping by. We love to see new faces around here. All right. Twitter is good. Twitter is posted. Insta is going. Ricky Talk is live. All we got to do is Facebook quick. Sorry, we're not getting into any content yet, guys. I did forget to post my weigh-in a whole bunch of places. Weigh-in, weight loss, journey, motivation, fitness, One more upload here. Good. Been sick, but that's good. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry you're sick, man. I still consider myself very lucky right now. A hop, skip, and you'll be here in Kingston? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's really not too far. I think from me to Albany is about like 2 hours and 45 minutes, somewhere right around there. It's really not too bad. Really not too bad. Majestic Binghamton, New York. Binghamton, New York. Or you really know someone's from Binghamton when they call it Bimington. If you hear someone call Binghamton Bimington, they are absolutely from Bimington. 120%. They put a little too much emphasis on the syllable there. 226 scale day. All right. Again, we will be doing a sneak peek of the weekly weigh-in here in about 20 to 30 minutes. After that, we will be doing a live glucose and ketone reading with the Keto Mojo monitor. I should probably start getting this all prepped up and ready because there is a bit of prep work. Again, guys, I am not sponsored by Keto Mojo in the slightest. This is an absolutely awesome device, though, but it does come with some extra little costs that I'm not too fond of, to be honest with you. The test strips are very, very expensive. I didn't even look up the mini syringes, so it comes with little punctures that you load into a half cock and just kind of poke your finger. I haven't looked up the price on those. I'm assuming probably expensive, but it also could not be that bad. It also could not be that bad, but we're going to have to see. All right. Needle is ready. I go through there every night on my way to Baldwinsville. Interesting. Bucky, aren't you a carnivore? That's nearly impossible. I'm waiting for it, Benny. I'm going to be brutally honest. I am waiting to finally get sick on carnivore. I've been dancing with it for a while. I think I've had a couple bugs in the meantime. Nothing that could really get through the carnivore armor, but at the same time, I have a feeling it's coming here before too long. I definitely have a feeling it's coming before too long. All right, I am all ready with the test equipment. Actually, while I'm uploading this, why don't we just do the ketone glucose reading right now? We will do ketones, we will do glucose, we'll get that right out of the way while I am uploading these videos. I just got to grab a paper towel quick. I'll be right back. Baldwinsville. Majestic Baldwinsville, they say. Majestic Baldwinsville. Whoops. Let me get some music going while we do this. Why do my volumes all feel skewed all of a sudden? All right, let's get our Keto Mojo reading for the day. I probably should have made a video on this. In fact, I told everyone I was going to start doing videos on these every Friday, but lo and behold, I forgot to do so. So, nonetheless, here we are. Hey, puppy. Hey, baby. You know, the other thing I don't like is, like, you're already taking a blood strip and doing the test once, but you got to use two separate strips, one for ketones, one for glucose. I'd really like to see them change it to where one strip does glucose and ketones. I think that would be super, super cool. But again, I'm just a simple consumer. What do I know? All right, we are all cocked. We are good. Ow! It only hurts a little bit. All right, first up, glucose. Let's see what we got. 91. I'm going to take that all day. I'm going to take that all day, guys. All right, glucose is done. That is after ending the fast, too. So 91, I'm super happy with that. I was actually a 77 yesterday. 77. All right, get myself bleeding again. All right, here we go. Ketones, let's see what we got. Give me better than a 0.5. Give me better than a 0.5. That's all I care about. What? Let's go, dude! 2.0! That is the best reading I have ever had, guys. That is the best single reading I have ever had right there. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Woo! 2.0. Let's go, dude. 91 glucose, 2.0 ketones. That's after a meal, too. That is after eating a meal. That's not even fasting anymore. Dude, that is amazing. I could not be happier with that. That is a crazy good result. Crazy good result. I am so content with that. Well, let me throw all my stuff in the garbage. The other thing I love about these Keto Mojos is there's an actual app for your phone, so I can go look at the ratios and everything else on my phone. Ooh, baby, 2.0, let's go. We got a lot of rhyming stuff today. A lot of rhyming stuff going on today. All right, we will wrap it up. We will probably clip that. Yeah, I think we're going to clip that. Oh, let me pull the old phone out here. Let's see what we got for a GKI on that. Let's see. My Mojo Health. Checking. Uh-oh, why does it not have my last thing here? See all readings. Nothing in the last 24 hours. What? 2.5. Hey, Ridge, what's going on? What's going on? All right, so we'll do the Dr. Boz ratio. Apparently, I talked the app up, and now the app isn't working. So, unfortunately, that is what it is. Let's do the Dr. Boz ratio real quick. So we had 91 divided by 2. We were at a 45.5. Now, I'm shooting to be under 40. I'm shooting to be under 40 right now. Oops. I'm shooting to be under 40 is my ultimate goal. I think being under 40 would be really, really nice. But, again, it's going to be some work to get there. And just like that, it's gone. Very, very interesting. I'm super, super happy with that. So I am in very, very solid ketosis right now. Yeah, I could not be happier. I could not be happier with that. I don't know. Why is it not reading my most recent one? Hold on. Now, I turned this off, so let me guess. Let's see if it's still got the reading or not. But app, that's not my latest reading. Hey, puppy, you want to get up here? Divide by 18, you get KGI for what? Divide what number? That 45? Oops. Gotcha. Okay, so we had 45.5 divided by 18 equals 2.527. Repeating until it hits an 8, so it's not actually repeating, but it's pretty close. I am just bummed. Oh, hold on. It's scanning my meter now. I think I gotta refresh it and scan the meter. La 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 la. 2 readings synchronized from meter. Awesome. Finish. Damn, you were dead on, too. You were dead on. Make sure I'm not doxing anyone. 2.5, baby. 2.5. You're in high therapeutic level of GKI ketosis. Butter Bob is doing a live on the glucose ketone readings Monday night. I will absolutely be there. I love Mr. Butter Bob. And you know what? I need to show this to Butter Bob. Whoops. I got this. I want to send one to Butter Bob. It's just a squishy plush toy. But I got a nice butter plush toy. I want to send one to Bob. I got to talk to him and get an address to send it over to him. We're going to bring that music down just a little bit. Let me know if that music's too loud and you guys are having trouble hearing me or anything. If it is, we'll fix it right up. But yeah, Butter Bob is a beast, man. I absolutely love him. I'm so happy I got to interview with him a little while back. All right, so we're uploading there. Weigh-in is live. You guys are on Instagram. The weigh-in is now live on Instagram. YouTube will be live at 5 p.m., so we will check that out there. I think that is most of my posts that I needed to do. So we are looking good there. We can actually get to streaming now. But guys, I am so happy with that ketone reading. It's not even funny. That is by far the best one I have had yet. I am super content with it, and man, really hoping things are going to keep looking like that. We're going to try and keep everything as locked in as possible to keep it looking just like that. Let's see. All right, so before we do the weigh-in, Mr. Guga has a video about steak and Michelin chefs. Let's take a look, see what he's got going on.
Mine a very specific way. I believe charcoal is the best way to do it. Today, I brought these two fine chefs to help me critique one of the most famous restaurants in London, Fallow.
I love Fallow. We have reacted to so many of their videos.
Oh, so you guys are a fan then, huh?
Fan is pushing.
Fallow, isn't that a Gordon Ramsay restaurant?
So
I swear Fallow's one of Gordon Ramsay's.
I like that. Enough talking, let's begin.
I trained in Michelin-star restaurants, and this is a 3-star method for cooking every different varietal of cuisson. Stick with me and I'll show you how to do it.
What did he say? What is cuisson?
Cuisson is a French word for how it was cooked. So it's the
Cuisson.
word we'll use for the temp. Instead of saying temp, we'll say cuisson.
Yeah, I just learned something.
Mon
Sounds
ami.
very fancy to me.
It's in French. I am very fancy.
He is fancy, isn't it?
I am not good with
Super
French.
fancy.
I'm not good with Spanish. Hell, I'm not even good with
every
English,
sort
to be
of
completely
generic
honest with you.
cuisson of steak at the same time, so we can see the difference, and I can show you exactly how in
I
restaurants.
speak guerrilla
we do it.
English. I just kind
These
of
6
grunt.
fillets.
I love that kitchen. It is so
It's about the best I got going on.
clean and pristine.
I see you two glazing already. Why are you guys glazing this guys
The ultimate
already?
levels
Because
of
they have all the
glaze. Let me know
toys
how
on
the
it.
audio quality is, guys. I'm a hard time getting a read right now. It's very loud on my end, so let me know if audio is going good for you guys. 1 second, I'm gonna check something real quick.
They have, I love toys.
Oh my goodness, I thought this video was gonna go a different direction, and man.
No comments on cooking yet. Wait till we get to that part.
Okay, fair enough. I will admit though, their kitchen is nice.
Fillets are the best steak to show
English and bad
cuisson
English, that's
because
right.
they're the leanest. So there's very little fat running through them.
Very good
I
point.
agree with that. It's not the greatest cut because it's lacking a lot of fat, but at the same time, you can mess it up kind of quickly because,
Yes.
you know, if you overcook a filet mignon, it's just not good.
Fillets are problematic on the pass. And that's why just leaving it waiting, already the temperature.
I'm
could
so
already
bad at cooking
get ruined.
fillets, it's not even
It's,
funny.
the threshold from
Probably just
good
because
to
they're too
bad
expensive
is
and I rarely get to
very,
cook 'em,
very
so.
small.
I would save my big fatties, so really nice length, but like a little bit thinner, medium rares, because there you can show the best cuisson. And this one that's a little bit, you know, potentially portioned, maybe a little bit badly, got some jaggedy edges, that is my well done.
Wait, there's a lot of lost in translation here.
Yes, yeah.
His cooking terms.
Well
the way he
done,
sounds-
you say,
and then
criminal.
Now that he keeps saying cuisson, now it's bothering me.
I speak English and
So
very
did
bad
I get
English.
this right and understand that he says that he's going to choose the worst, the most not desirable steak, and he's going to cook it well done?
Yeah, that's pretty common in the industry.
So is it fair to say that if someone
Oh
goes to a
my God, look at
restaurant,
those
any of you
tomahawks, they
guys'
look so
restaurant,
good.
and they order a well-done steak, the first thing you're going to
I
do
have a
is look at
6-pound
the
chuck
worst?
roast in the pressure cooker right now. I am going to have to go
Yeah,
upstairs
so
and check
say,
on
like,
that
say
here in a little
strip,
bit. So
you know,
I
it
might
goes
at
from
some point
best
need to
to
take like
worst
a
because you
10-minute
have
break
that
from
vein that
stream, but it
cooks in
shouldn't
at
be
the
too
end,
long.
right? That one is automatically gone.
Now, I should
Excuse
mention
you.
the quality of the beef itself isn't any different. You will notice he spoke more about the look of it. It had some jagged points. You know, the guy already wants bad food, so
Just give him
why
the
don't we
worst.
facilitate it further?
I'm not going to try and choose the nicest, fattest steak, they're the same weight, so you're still getting the same amount of steak, but it's a very different thickness. And if you're ordering a well-done steak, it sort of tends to mean that you're not really interested in the cuisson.
The cuisson.
The cuisson.
Now I can't
I think the
ignore it.
problem in
see?
the first place is
bothering me.
ordering a
It's bothering
steak
me
well
too.
done.
Why does
Hey,
he have to
that's
say it
just
that
me.
way?
That's just me. I don't judge.
Cuisson.
Cuisson.
Oh.
This
Well,
is a
so-
grill, but the same principles will apply exactly to just cooking it in a pan. So I've just turned the steaks once. That's to get the nice crosshatch on each steak. There we go. That's the flavor, that's a Maillard reaction. So you want as much of this as possible without affecting the cuisson or, importantly, giving the steak a grey line.
I feel like we should take shots.
How long
I
was
like
Butter
this
Bob
game.
gone for?
No
He was
drinking.
gone for many, many
Especially in
years,
the
right?
filet. I'm not a fan of the grill marks.
Me neither. And do you guys agree with his statement that you should flip the steak only once?
Everybody thinks it's visual and the flavor. No, it's the tools that you're working with. And there's no two tools that are exactly the same.
A
Even if you
decade?
had
Really?
two
It was
grills
that
like
long? I didn't think
side
it was
to
that
side, they
long. Wow,
wouldn't
it's
work
crazy.
Exactly the same.
Yep. For something like a cross
He had
a lot of times
crazy
people
viewership
end up
back in the day. I
burning
looked at
it.
some of
know
his old
that's your
videos.
biggest
He has videos with
criticism
like
about
400,000
it. You can
500,000
absolutely
views
get
and
a
stuff. It's
crosshatch
crazy.
that is not burned.
Absolutely
it's just
crazy.
pure Maillard reaction, right? But the rest of the steak doesn't have the crust,
That's
so
insane.
it's just for visuals.
Obviously, you don't want to flip
I
it
had no
every
idea.
2
I
seconds,
honestly,
every 30 seconds
funnily
or so,
enough, I know Benny, either you or someone else mentioned Butter Bob in stream. I had heard the name before, but I'd never seen his videos. I honestly didn't look into him until he emailed me. He saw my coverage at Meat Stock and wanted to interview me. So he sent me an email and we started talking. So I actually talked to him in person, not in person. We talked numerous times before I actually saw his content. But he's an amazing dude. He's super, super nice, very informative. He's on an awesome mission. He's sharing some awesome stuff. Yes, I had run into his videos. Folks in the carnivore community are still talking about him. Yeah, dude, it's so cool he's back. I'm happy he's back making
the best
videos
way
again.
to
I
do it,
really
but
am.
not flipping the steak whatsoever. I completely disagree with this.
But you
Good
saw
gravy.
what
If I could
the
get
proof
views
of the
like
pudding.
that,
If you
I'd
have the
never
right
stop
tools, you
making
don't have to
content.
work.
I would
My
never
grill,
make
you don't
downtime,
have to
take
We didn't have to
downtime.
do anything. In fact, we were talking a couple of seconds too long, and it was already going.
There is a sort of ongoing myth about never turning the steak, and that's to do with the Maillard reaction. So you want to develop that crust really, really nicely and really slowly, but
Oh, yeah.
if you never turn your steak, you can get an uneven cook on each side.
Can I give you guys a
I
cheat
think
code
that's
and
my
why the grill marks
problem
are
is
very
I do
important
very
in the
uneven
steakhouse
cooks when I do my
situation?
steak. I
It
gotta
has
get better at
nothing
my
to do
flipping
with
times.
how
I
it's
think there's a
gonna
huge
look.
correction
Listen,
I
you
need
have
to
one
do.
grill man, and he's doing hundreds of these, and the lines will tell him where he's at where. And if he has to leave or somebody else has to come in, they know exactly what's going on.
It's a logistical thing.
Yes.
French is spoiling the beans of the
I
restaurant
love
industry,
logistics.
everybody.
I love
Thank you
logistics.
for
I love
that.
the word
Anthony
logistics. I
Bourdain.
love logistics in and of itself.
Thank you for that, because now at
Logistics,
least it makes me
operations,
feel
planning,
okay with
scheduling.
it.
I love
Yeah.
that stuff.
You know,
love
I mean,
doing that
if
stuff.
he helps cooks make things better,
It's a timer.
yeah.
So, sirloins, ribeyes, fillets, all slightly different. The guiding principle being, fillet has the least amount of fat. It's very lean. It means that you have to treat it a little bit more delicately than any other steak. Most chefs like a ribeye because it's got more fat and it means more flavor. Importantly, my blue, straight into rest. So that's been cooking for 3.5 minutes. So that goes straight into the drawer.
If you don't know what blue is, can you please explain?
Cool.
Raw,
Cool.
cold.
I don't like blue.
Why do they
Blue's
call it
not for
blue?
me.
You
I
guys know
definitely
why?
don't want
Bleu
blue.
means blue, but in French, because the meat when it's cold and raw is bluish, has a bluish tone. It's
Why does every cooking term comes from the French?
because we created cooking.
C'est French.
Fair enough.
3 years
Whatever
carnivore here. I
temperature
enjoy
you take
filet
off the
very,
grill.
very. Yeah, it's not my favorite cut by any means because it's so lean. It's super lean. It's very expensive. It's not my go-to. I honestly survive off of chuck steaks. I'm a very budget-oriented person with current food prices, so chuck steaks, ground beef, eggs, those are really the name of my game. Every now and then, maybe once a month, me and the wife get a nice New York strip or a ribeye, something nice every now and then, but that's really it. We don't really splurge on fillets or stuff like that. I do quite a bit of lamb also. Now that I'm off of lion diet, I am going to start reintroducing more stuff here soon. Oh, you know what, guys? I get to reintroduce a food today. I didn't even think about that. I get to reintroduce a food today, and I don't know what to do. I already have beef cooking. I already reintroduced eggs. Perhaps I'll just wait and reintroduce a food tomorrow. Perhaps we'll just do it tomorrow. I completely forgot it was a day to reintroduce new food again. Maybe pork. Maybe I'll do pork tomorrow morning, see how it goes, but we'll see. We'll see. I also have salmon. I have been missing fish. I have not had salmon in a long time. I have a very nice salmon fillet wild caught in the freezer right now. I should probably thaw that out for tomorrow, but no. We'll have to
put
see.
it into
We'll
a
have to
good
see.
40 degree resting drawer, it will always come up. If you don't have a resting drawer, flip over a lid of a plate and leave it under there. Exactly the same at home. I've got my steaks now. They've got a nice crust on them.
I wouldn't call that a nice crust.
No.
What is that? I would call that.
Yeah, I wouldn't
they
call
got
that a
nice
crust one
hatch
bit.
mark on them.
Well, the hatch marks are clearly not burnt there. That is probably the ideal hatch mark where it does have a really rich Maillard reaction.
Beautiful. I just
But
wish it was
it's-
like that all the way through.
Right. And
Yes,
I
but the
agree with
word
that.
crust invites consistency, a harder, crisp consistency. That is nothing close to that.
And I've got my blue in the drawer. That is going to be my rare, medium, medium well done. And I'm going to show you how I take the temperature out and at what time I will take them out.
Okay, temperature-wise, on a fillet like that, I don't even need to touch it to know the temp.
And I think that only reason you know that is because of the amount of experience that you have. But for someone
That's a
that
lot
doesn't
of
cook steaks
experience, but
every
again,
single
it's just
day
like,
and things like
I
that,
know
it's
he's
very
cooking a whole
difficult
different
for
batch
them
for
to
different
know.
testings,
But you've
different
cooked the same piece
people,
of
and
meat
different
many
tastes and likes
times
and
on
stuff.
your equipment, and you know
I don't know. I
instinctively
also feel like
where it's at.
fillets for me,
That's
I am
very
a
true.
medium rare
But I
guy.
don't think that someone.
I am through and through medium rare every steak that I do, except fillets. Every fillet I have ever ordered medium rare was way too under for me. So that's one of the rare things. If I do a fillet, it's usually in a restaurant and we're just being fancy and going out and having a good night. That is the one cut I do just order medium, because I find even at a medium, it's rare just where I like it. But if I go medium rare, it's just under. It's too blue for me. I like a little blue. I'm definitely starting to like more and more rare cooks. The deeper I get into carnivore, but I'm still not
At
there
home,
yet. I'm still
should
not
trust
completely there
that
yet.
much of their instinct. I think that they should always use a thermometer.
Yes.
With experience, you're able to tell. But if you want to nail it every single time, nothing else will be more consistent than a thermometer.
So once they're in there,
This
I'm
is
gonna
an
set a
ad.
2-minute
It's
timer.
not an ad.
And every single 2 minutes, we're going to flip those steaks. Okay, so the timer's gone.
Here's my review of picanha. First one, the meat was awesome, but the fat was both hard and had a bad texture and flavor. The second was much better, but nothing beats the melt in your mouth ribeye fat. Yeah, like I still need to try picanha, but I feel like ribeye is still going to be my far preferred cut over picanha. Chuck steaks too, man. I'm telling you, the quality of chuck steaks that I just got from BJ's last week, it is so good. They are absolutely amazing. And they had them, they're cut like twice as thick as Sam's Club cuts. Oh my God. I am like permanently a BJ shopper now. Not just for the name either.
In the oven. The oven is on 180 degrees. Rare steak is going to come out.
He's doing it completely by time and nothing else.
Yes.
I think he's trying to prove a point in how Michelin star chefs do it, and that makes sense. But at the same time, I'll be honest with you, chefs worldwide that I've cooked with made a mistake, got embarrassed, and cooked me another steak because they didn't want to use a thermometer. Don't guess, be right every time, and there's only one way.
Thermometer.
Okay, so medium rare's coming out to rest. Rare, blue, all feeling good. One more flip. That's going to be our medium well.
I'm curious to
Well,
see how
look,
these cuts
Notice
turn
that
out, because
he's
what I was
also
just talking
flipping
about,
the
how they're
steaks
always
to keep
under.
it
I'm very,
even,
very curious to see how these
running
cuts
through
turn out.
consistently.
But I'm already looking at a steamed look to it.
Yeah. Oh, he's pulling out the thermometer.
But we also know that these guys are not afraid of using a thermometer. In fact, they've mentioned
No,
it.
they
in-
grew up at their age. That was at the CIA and all the cooking schools.
Oh, it's in
they're
Celsius.
adamant. They're preparing these chefs for a business where we don't want any loss. We don't want any mistakes.
Right.
So use the sure thing process, the sure method
All right,
of
that is what
guaranteeing
I'm
no
talking
mistakes.
about right
Probes
there.
are a fairly contentious thing in the chef community because a lot of people think that it's, I don't know, it's like an impressive badge of honor that you can probe all your meat just using your fingers. And to be honest, I've got mixed feelings about it.
Ah,
When
here
I
we
first
go.
started cooking, I used a probe religiously because I just didn't want to get it wrong. And then over the course of using the probe, it got to the point where when I touched a piece of meat, I would know exactly what temperature.
If I don't use a thermometer, I will butcher whatever cut of meat I am cooking every single time. I am an absolute thermometer necessary user. If I don't do it, I will screw up cuts. I am not a good cook. I'm getting better. I'm getting better with meat. The more I get into carnivore, the more I cook, the more I do. But I'm not quite there yet. If I don't use that thermometer, I will completely screw it up.
It was before using the probe. And then the probe was more just a sort of reaffirming what I already knew and checking that it was on the right temperature, rather than telling me exactly how I needed to cook the steak.
So exactly what I meant. You know, the more you practice, you become master at your craft. But for most people, it's difficult, especially if you cook maybe twice a week or 3 times a week, you know what I mean? So it's hard.
Listen to Guga, use a thermometer.
It's much more consistent way of checking and temping your meat. So these are definitely starting to feel now exactly how I want them to feel. So that's my medium, and then
this is quite the process to
well
watch,
done,
though. Like,
back
I've
in the
never
oven.
seen cooking
2
like
more
this
minutes.
before.
Above 56 degrees, meat starts to lose, the cell walls of meat starts to break. And that's essentially what you're doing over anything that's medium. Doesn't mean, though, that you should have a bad cuisson on a medium well steak.
Croissant on a medium rare.
That's definitely ready. So that's going to go in for my medium well and my well done. Okay, so my blue is on 36
We'll
degrees.
finish this as soon as we get through this video. We'll do the sneak peek of the weigh-in. Very, very excited for it.
That's come up that 5 minutes from over the last 6.5 minutes. My rare is on 36 degrees. My medium rare is basically on temp. My medium is on
I don't know
51.
what these
That's gonna come up
temperatures
another bit.
mean.
And that is almost up to 60 degrees, so perfect. There's a little bit of mystique around resting and how it all works.
Yes, please
the
explain
detail
resting.
that people miss is when you rest your steak. So you only rest your steak when it's on temp. That means that all of these steaks that are in my drawer right now, they've not even started resting yet because they're still coming up to temp. And once they come up to temp, then they basically sit there and all of the heat, resting is a process of making sure that the heat is evenly dispersed and distributed through each cell.
My problem is, it's generally with me doing 1 meal a day, carnivore, I'm very, very hungry once I start making my meal for the day. And I tried so hard to let that meat rest every single time till it's the perfect inner temp and everything's gorgeous and perfect and just how it should be. I tend to dive in very, very quick, though, and just start cutting wedges off because I'm so hungry and I just want to dive in. I'll get there someday. I'll get there someday where I do let it properly rest, but it will not be today.
Wait a minute. I never thought of it this way, and I'm not quite sure if I agree with it or not.
What I believe he's saying is that the process of resting doesn't begin until you've hit the desired temp.
That's literally what I understood. Did you understand it differently, Frenchie?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay. French is sleeping. I think this alone deserves a trip to London for me to ask them personally. To me, that makes no sense.
So you've got the absolute perfect cuisson. These
The
are all still
perfect
cooking,
croissant.
so they're not even ready
I
to
would
rest
try
yet.
every
And
cut.
that's
I'm
the
not gonna
common
lie. Everything he
misconception
just
about
made
resting.
looks so good.
People-
I would
people
try
are like,
every
you know,
single one.
chefs
Of them.
often say, rest the meat for twice as long. It's actually not that. So you want to, the more heat you give it at this stage, the more likely you are to
He's
get
got the
a grey
GoPro
line.
strapped on this chest.
So you want to balance getting a crust with getting a grey line, especially with a fillet where there's not enough fat to sort of to create a barrier. So in terms of this one, I know that basically in the next 2 minutes, all of those steaks in there will be ready to rest.
We'll be ready to rest.
Yeah.
It's not resting yet.
See, in my mind,
See
it
what
would
I'm
have been
saying?
resting
This is
the whole
exactly what
time.
he
I
said.
already would have been diving
so I don't
into
wanna
it
be
face
cooking
first.
in a drawer. Sorry.
And then I'm going to
I'm still into counting days. I'm 494
basically
days. Let's
testing
go. I
and
just hit
training on how to
250.
cook a
I
steak.
just hit 250
So
days.
just for a well done, you can see that's on 71 degrees, 69 degrees.
We actually, the
He comes
250
from a
days of
school,
carnivore
a
video actually did
technique
very,
where
very good
it's
on Facebook of all
multiple layers,
places.
Safety
We're
measures.
starting to grow on
everything just
Facebook,
to
boys. We're starting to
guarantee
grow on
it's
Facebook
not
a
by
little bit.
instinct.
It's different, and that's also the beauty of different cuisine and cooking techniques is there's many ways to accomplish the same end goal.
When it went to the restaurant, it had to be 48 degrees. And that's how you knew that you were serving the perfect steak. And that means that every piece of meat would have been probed at least 4 to 5 times before it ever got to a customer.
4 or 5 times if you probe your steak. I mean, I usually probe it once, and then I kind of know how much more time it's going to need. Maximum, just to reassure, twice. You know, I'm good with that. I wouldn't probe it like 4 or 5 times.
Agreed.
It's like you're making a cheese out of your steak.
I wouldn't
you know?
probe it more than once out of laziness and convenience. You know where I learned this from, ladies and gentlemen? But it's not laziness. It's
Well, lazy people come up with good plans of attack.
I think Michelin star is an assurance standard. It's like if you're buying premium bonds, you know, it's basically AAA rated, and it literally does mean that. Okay, so these are our steaks, and you can see in gradient: blue, rare, medium well.
I still think out of all those,
Like you
medium
can
is
see
the
it
one
right
for
on
me.
the
I
side.
think
You don't
medium's
even have to
absolutely the
touch
one
it.
for
You
me.
can see how much smaller and how much more moisture the well done has lost. So I'm just going to expose the cuisson on each steak. So carbon with the grain. So this is 38 degrees. Blue, 38 degrees.
Yep, not for me.
That's a blue steak. And I say,
Too
if
blue
you're
for
gonna
me.
have a blue steak, have it at filet mignon.
Yes.
Yes.
Because raw fat is nasty. It's not good.
Rare, 44, 46 degrees. That's our medium rare. 48 degrees.
That
Yeah,
is
it's
my
still a little
preferred
too
done.
much for me.
You
That's
see,
it's just
still
the way
nice
filet
and pink,
cooks.
but
It's
not-
just the way filet cooks.
And warm.
and warm inside.
There we
Yes.
go.
That's the most common and most popular.
Yep,
Medium.
medium all day.
Some quality steaks, I do prefer medium, you know, but medium rare is the winner.
Well, so for me, skirt steaks, hanger steaks in particular, I think benefit from a medium.
I couldn't agree more. I
Yeah.
can even push it to like a medium well because it renders.
I'm
the
really bad at
collagens
skirt
and the
steak
fat
too. I've only
inside
tried
of
to
it a
cook
little
skirt
bit
steak a
more,
couple
which is
times and it has
great.
not
And
gone well each
also,
time.
this
I
might be
overcook it
controversial,
every
but a
single time.
Japanese Wagyu A5 towards medium and even like pushing medium well is better because you render more fat.
Yes.
It's not good raw.
Yeah, I don't think something like Wagyu, A5 Wagyu benefits from being rare. I'm right there with you.
And
That's an interesting way to look at it.
When
When you have something with that
horrendous.
much fat content, that you can really
Not
cook it a
good.
lot
it
more.
ruins it.
You can see it starting
That's
to
a really
get
good way
all
to
the
look at
way
it.
cooked consistently all the way through. That's a perfect medium steak. Medium well should just be an extension of that.
Yeah, medium well looks really good too.
So pink, still pink, but no loose blood in there. Well done. Still quite hot to serve. There we go.
No,
just looks
thank
like
you on the well
glaze,
done.
Yeah. And you know what's even sadder? You'll send that and they'll say it's still bloody and
Yeah.
they want you to cook it more.
Terrible.
That's
The owner of Facebook was saying that the government started crawling up as you know what because he wouldn't do what the government wanted to do during C-19. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff on that. Is there new stuff coming out now? Is there new info coming out today or something? I haven't been paying much attention today. Actually, the last 2 days, my whole focus has been the gaming world. There's a lot of tragedies going on in gaming here the last couple days. A lot of absolute tragedies. I wish he would have stuck to his guns. Yep, you and me both.
when I
But
go,
you know,
"Ah,
you get what you
I'm
get.
done for the day.
Same with all steaks. We finish with a little bit of beef fat.
Oh yeah.
There we go. That is my definitive guide to cuisson. Blue, 38 degrees. Rare, 44 to 46 degrees. Medium rare, 48 degrees.
Yeah, medium all day
Medium,
on that. I think
50
medium
to
all
52
day on
degrees.
that. What do you
Medium
guys
well.
think on those cuts? Let me know which one
56
you prefer
degrees.
out of
Well
those.
done, 70 degrees.
And up. You can also just
70
make
and
charcoal
up.
have no texture whatsoever.
Don't know about you, but that's my favorite.
So he likes.
Medium rare?
I mean, with these steaks, because it's a filet mignon, anything from where he's at to the left, I'm good with. But anything out to the right, I think it's too much.
Straight down the middle, 48 degrees, medium rare, perfect. Perfect mix of nicely seared cooked meat and really nice, beautiful consistency. in
Black
the
and
meat.
blue for Benny
Never go
Bob.
over
There we
the
go.
super
I'm not
size
surprised.
difference.
I'm not surprised one bit,
First of
Benny.
all, you've lost all of the moisture out of those cell walls of that meat. And
Yeah,
then
the
blue,
well
for
done
me,
looks so
is just a
unappealing.
little bit too under. I actually
Either
find
of the
it
middle
good
two
steak,
for me.
quite
Medium rare,
comfortably.
medium. I would
But
take
me,
either one of
you
those.
don't
I think
get
they
the
would be
nice texture
absolutely
and the nice
perfect.
chew that you
That
want.
medium looks
I
really
couldn't
dead
agree
on,
more.
though.
That's
That medium
right.
looks
Well,
really,
I've
really good.
just
That's about the
learned
one
way
I go
They
for
do it in
usually.
the restaurants, in Michelin-starred restaurants. It's not my preferred way. I'm not saying that it's wrong or right. It's the way that they do it because they must be a lot more consistent than me. And I also think
As
like,
usual,
my way
another
is
fantastic
this.
video by Guga. All right, the time has come. The time has come. Let's do the weekly weigh-in sneak peek Interesting stuff. This is not my favorite weigh-in of all time, but you know me. We hide nothing. We show everything. We take accountability for bad weeks, and we're going to do just that. So here we go. Friday weigh-in for June 26. Here we go.
Fancy Friday is here, and that means it's time to square off with the scale again. Now, I was planning on this being a very big week. However, I believe it is going to be the opposite. I pushed myself a lot harder than I should have in the gym this week. I actually did a leg day. I did a lot of upper body. I did a whole bunch of lifting, which I have not done in years. It felt fantastic at the time, but I think I really went overboard. I have a ton of inflammation. I'm retaining water like crazy right now. I even did a 84-hour fast over the last few days just to kind of get locked back in, get everything moving again. And
the first day of the fast, I fasted 84 hours. The first day of the fast, I actually gained weight. I shouldn't
even
not.
That
I shouldn't
really
not. I
hasn't
gained
appeared
weight.
to improve things so much. So I digress. Let's see where things ended up. Powering on the XL 700. Hello, scale. I'm here to find it out. We were 407.2 last week. Let's see where we ended up.
408.4 pounds.
All right, 40.
Not my best week. We did gain this week, but on a positive note, this is the first time in 6 weeks that we haven't lost. We had 5 weeks in a row. 5 weeks in a row where we lost every single week. So, you take the good with the bad. At least it was only 1.2, and we keep pushing forward.
So we're back up 1.2 pounds. I'm really not going to complain over that. I was honestly expecting a lot worse. I do personally weigh every day.
From Cordello, wondering if your doc is supportive. Let's finish the weigh-in, and I will tell you a nice story about my doctors. I have an excellent story about my doctors for you, and I will tell them exactly where they're at.
I was 414 yesterday, so as bad as that gain does sound, I did lose. Goodbye, scale. Thank you. I did lose close to 5 pounds just last night, so the fluctuations, sometimes they can be mind-boggling, they can be stressful, but the biggest thing is to not let it get you down. This is the first time the scale has gone back up in 6 weeks. I am perfectly content with that. We were due for one of these, and hopefully next week we'll be locked in, we'll be back on track. I'll probably avoid as hard of a gym session as I did this week. We'll get back to my normal resistance training, cardio, and PT daily, and just kind of leave it at that. I'm just really, really antsy to be able to lift again and push myself further, and I'm not to that point. And it can be super frustrating, but again, I'm not letting any of this get me down. Got to stay positive, got to keep moving forward. Thank you guys so much for the support, and we'll check in soon.
Wow, I actually spelled the ending right. That's good. That's good. All right, so that was the sneak peek for the weigh-in. Again, we came back up 1.2 this week. Not my best week, but again, first time in 6 weeks total that we gained weight. Ask you, yep. All right, so Cordelia, I have multiple doctors that I see on a very frequent basis. Here, let's blow my big head up for this. So I go to a weight loss clinic. I have gone to a weight loss clinic for almost 2 years now. Almost 2 years. Probably a year and a half. Probably right around a year and a half. I did last year, I did the GLP dance. I did Zepbound for around 15 months. I am now 7 months on the dot. 7 months on the dot. I am completely free of GLPs. I have not had a GLP since the end of 2025. I am losing weight far faster, far better, more efficiently. Sorry for that. I am very burpy and gaggy right now and having weird heart palpitations. I don't know what's going on. I told my doctors that I was going carnivore. So I have my primary care provider, my PCP. She is an amazing individual. She cares about actually managing nutrition, metabolic health. However, she also does work on the prescription side. She likes to find a balance between the two. She is amazing, but we'll get back to her. Through my weight loss clinic, I have a weight loss physician, I have a dietitian, and then I have a health coach. When I told the weight loss doctor that I was planning on doing carnivore, she was completely up in arms. She was vehemently against me doing carnivore, eating this way, even trying it out. And I told her up and down, I'm going to do this. I have tried every other way of eating. None of it's working for me. So I am absolutely going to try this. So she said, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a set of blood work right now. And then in 90 days, we're going to do another set of blood work. And she said, your cholesterol is going to spike. All of your metabolic stuff's going to look terrible. Your A1C is going to go through the roof. She said, when I show you the information that all your blood work does not look good, will you come off the diet? And I said, sure thing. Sure thing. So, fast forward about a month, and I go in for an appointment again, and came in and asked me, are you still doing your carnivore diet? I said, yes. She said, I still do not approve of this. We're still a ways out from the blood work, but she said, your weight loss is undeniable. In that month, I probably lost 25 pounds. My weight was down. I was happier. She said my mood seemed improved, but she did look me square in the eye and say, I still don't approve of this. Will you eat a vegetable, please? To which I calmly and politely retorted, no. Really took her aback. So fast forward, we get to the 90-day mark. She runs all my blood panels. She does a lipid panel. She does a metabolic panel. She did A1C. We did my thyroid, all sorts of stuff. We ran through all of it. Well, lo and behold, guess what? Every single facet of my blood work and metabolic panels improved. Everything looked better. Now, at this point, you think this weight loss doctor would want to take a look at what I was doing and be at least at the bare minimum curious and be like, wow, wait a minute, this guy has stopped taking the drugs that we're giving him. He's losing weight faster and more consistently than all the other patients here. His blood work looks better. Everything looked better across the board. And she still sat there and said, well, your results are undeniable, but I still do not approve of this diet. So my weight loss doctor is completely against me doing carnivore. I'm working on it. I don't want to give up on her. She is a very, very good doctor. She's stuck with what she's been taught. She's stuck with the lessons she learned in school, the research they learned and threw at her in school. I am trying to get her interested in carnivore and maybe start trying it with other patients. So I'm going to keep showing up. Even though our appointments are getting further and further apart, I do have fears I'm going to get kicked out of the weight loss program. But she still fully doesn't approve. I can tell in the back of her mind. I think she's also frustrated that everything she said I'm proving wrong day after day, and that's probably very frustrating for her to go through. And I feel that. I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I still think she's a great doctor. We have great talks. She looks after all my blood work on time and my panels and everything else. And she's great. I don't want to lose her. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to try and convert her over to a believer in carnivore. Now, my dietitian through the weight loss clinic was also, when I first told her what I was doing, she said, well, I don't really approve of this. I really want you to keep eating vegetables and stuff and keep getting fiber intake and all this stuff. But she said, you know what? You've tried almost every other diet through us. You've done the GLP. Why don't you try this out? You might as well, just to kind of see what happens. And she is more open to it now. She was kind of up in arms against it at first. But within the first appointment, because I only see her once every 90 days, at the first 90-day mark, I had lost over 40 pounds and my blood work was back. And she literally looked me in the eye and said, I could not have fathomed this happening with the way you're eating. And she's looking through my food logs. I record very, very detailed food logs every day, especially to show her. And she flips through, she's looking at it, she's like, I cannot believe all your stuff is better and you've lost this much weight eating this way. So I think I'm slowly turning her around. She still says every time I go, she still says, I want to see you get some fiber. I want to see you add some vegetables back in. But I'm not quite there yet. I do kind of have a feeling I'm going to reintroduce them down the road. But we're ways off from that. Now, the most open and reasonable one was my health coach. My health coach he's the one that's responsible for keeping on top of my attitude, how I feel every day, my activity levels, all that stuff. And he saw everything improve without me even telling him what I was doing. He really came to me and said, what have you changed? What are you doing? Because number one, you are far more positive than you used to be. You're far more engaging than you used to be. You're far more conversational than you used to be. And your weight is falling off. What are you doing? And I told him I'm doing carnivore. And I could tell that he couldn't outright say just the rules of the clinic and stuff. He couldn't outright go, I support that. I think that's awesome. And he goes, hey, I think you found what works for you. I think it's going great. Stay the course. Keep doing what you're doing because everything looks great. In the meantime, he is no longer with the clinic. I have been bounced over to a new health coach, which I really don't get along with. There's one more I get to go through. I am going to go through this last health coach, and if we do not have a productive session, I am going to give up on the health coaching. Now, once I opt out of the health coaching at this clinic, it is highly likely, since I'm no longer doing a GLP, I'm no longer considering the surgery or the stomach band or lap band or whatever the stuff is they use to put on your stomach. Since I'm not doing any of that and canceling the health coach, I do fear I'm going to get kicked out of the program. Now, my primary provider is a phenomenal woman. Her name is Kristen. She is just absolutely amazing. She is the best primary provider I have ever had in my life. And she cares and she listens and she's seen what I'm doing. And again, I see her once every 90 days or so. And every time I come in, she just looks at my blood work. She looks at my weight and goes, oh my God. She's like, I need to look into carnivore. She's like, I need to research this more because what you're doing is undeniable. She's like, if you had just come in and said this and I didn't have the paperwork to back it up, she's like, I wouldn't have believed you for 1 second. This is how things are going. But she's like, your blood work, everything that we have done is undeniable. So it's kind of a mixed bag with my doctors. I know this has been a very, very long answer. I hope I didn't bore you to death with it, but kind of across the board, that's where I am with all of my doctors right now. I do also see a urologist for fertility stuff mainly. He's absolutely content with what I'm doing. Who else do I see? I see an orthopedic guy. I have very, very bad joint damage, but hey, you know, it is what it is. The ortho guy really doesn't care too much about my diet. He just cares about giving me knee replacements and shit. So, but again, I hope you enjoyed that. That is the full tale of my doctors. Hey, when you are cut and ripped, you will probably prove her right. You'll look like Adonis, but in your mind, you're dying. Dude, I know it's the craziest thing. And you'd think from a weight loss professional standpoint that she'd want to at least research it more, and she's not. You'd think she would see the results and go, oh my God, I really need to see what you're doing. Let me see your food logs. Let me see your exercise logs. What are you doing? How are you pulling this off? Snarky! Hello, hello. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to stream. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. We just got done telling a very long story about doctors. My tale of strange times with doctors, letting them know that I am doing carnivore. But yeah, overall, I think it's been a positive experience. I do see on my next visit with the doctor, I do have blood work coming up. I am overdue for a lipid panel. I'm overdue for an A1C. I'm overdue for a metabolic panel. So I should have those within the next couple months or so. Also, I should have, so we do BIA scans every 90 days. This is kind of to see what my bone density, muscle mass, all that stuff is doing as I lose the weight. I am hyper due for a BIA scan. So I am thinking next week I will call in and schedule that BIA, hopefully be able to get in soon, get a good look at everything that's going on. I am very curious because I have been working out in the gym a lot. I've been doing a lot of work in the gym. I'm very curious if I'm retaining muscle more than I was before because my last BIA, I did end up losing a chunk of muscle mass. It was around like 8 pounds in 90 days. I was very unhappy with that. I do not want to be losing muscle mass at that rate. So hopefully we turn that around. I'm very curious to see. But again, every time I do a BIA, I will have a video out on it for you guys. So look forward to that one. Hopefully next week we'll have that out. Boom, 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 boom. Happy Friday. I forgot the time difference. I do that all the time. I do collaborations with a lot of other content guys. They're always in different time zones. Like, hey, my only complaint is, why do I need so much salt in my life? Dude, I know. I salt everything so hard. Hold on. I got to repost on Facebook here quick before I get... Weigh in. Weight loss. Facebook has been having some issues with posting from PC lately, and it's not fun. Motivation, fitness, weight loss, carnivore, voice. All right. One sec here. I just got to upload this video quick. Usually I have the weigh-in uploaded to every platform like 2 hours before stream. I'm not going to lie, I simply forgot to do it today. So the whole time we've been streaming, I've kind of been working in the background trying to get the weigh-in posted all over the place. So hopefully that'll be good. Instagram is good. Instagram is good. Guys, we have gone up. I kid you not, we have gone up 6,000 followers on Instagram in the last 2 weeks. Absolutely amazing stuff. Any of you guys who follow me on Instagram, thank you so much. I got to do a big thank you video here pretty quick. Got to do a big thank you just for the Instagram crew. It's going so amazing over there. It's been such a good time. Such a good time. All right, so we did ketones. We did the weigh-in. Let's find some other stuff to watch here. See what Christy's got going on. Did you guys watch Christy's interview? Christy interviewed Dr. Chafee last weekend, and it was a really good watch. I'm not going to watch it on stream because I would rather have you guys go to her channel and watch it there. Make sure that she is getting her views. Awesome interview, though. Meeting Wellness channel. If you guys get the opportunity, definitely go check out that interview. Let's see what Max the Meat Guy has going on. In the meantime, I'll find something else for us to load up here. I am going to take a quick break and go check. Speaking of salt, how was your blood pressure during your fast? It was actually high, Benny. My blood pressure was actually high. What was that sound? I don't know if you guys picked that up on mic. Something in my house just made the weirdest. It just did it again. Perhaps it's just me. Oh, you know what it is? My voice is echoing off the wall. I have a fan going because it's very hot here today. Fan? Echo? Yeah, that's what it does. My voice was echoing off the wall into the fan and then reverbing back at me. It was the weirdest sounding thing. It sounded like someone else was talking outside my room. So I had a little panic mode there real quick. I was, wait a minute, no one's supposed to be in my house? Who in my house? All right, so raises Kexer. All right, Carrie has a video on statins. We're going to watch Carrie's video on statins. Before we do that, guys, I am completely out of water. I am going to go grab a drink real quick, refill my jug. Hey, Christy, we were just talking about you. We were just talking about you. Your ears must have been burning. How are you? How is your Friday? I hope you had a phenomenal week. Welcome to the stream. We were literally just talking about it. I was telling everyone they need to go check out your interview with Mr. Chafee himself. That was such a good video you guys had. I heard you from Las Vegas. Vegas? Oh, boy, Sin City. What you got going on in Vegas? Just having a little fun weekend? You doing a conference or something? Just hitting the slots? What do you got going on? But yeah, no, I was trying to lead as many people as I could to that interview. I'm only about halfway through it. You guys went long on that one. That was like a 2-hour interview. I got halfway through it the other night. Unfortunately, I did have to miss it when you guys were live. I had previous plans that Saturday night. But amazing watch. You guys had an absolutely fabulous interview. I love every second of it. All the stuff I've seen in the first half was amazing. Probably after stream, I am going to finish that tonight. Very excited for it. On that note, guys, I will be right back. I'm going to throw some music on real quick. I have to go refill my water because I'm completely out. I also want to go check out my chuck roast in the pressure cooker and see how things are going there. I'll be right back in just a minute. Try not to go anywhere because we got tons of exciting stuff coming up. I'll be back in just a few. All right, all right, all right. We are back. Oh my God, that is such a good song. Such a good song. I love that soundtrack. By the way, anyone who likes the music we have playing on breaks or the background music, this is the soundtrack from the video game Claire Obscura Expedition 33. Amazing soundtrack. The singer is named Lorien Testard. Amazing woman, amazing voice, phenomenal. Chafee was on fire. I asked him back when his book comes out. Absolutely, definitely do it. Definitely do it. You guys have awesome chemistry during the interview. It was so good. So good. You gotta love when he says plants are trying to kill you. Oh, he had one. He had a line while we were at Meat Stock, Benny. He had one. There was a panel for people who still eat carbs and people who are against eating carbs. And of course, you know what side Chafee was on. And the woman sitting next to him brought a point. Well, I think these certain plants, she's like, I don't really think plants are trying to kill you. Not all of them. And Chafee just turned and looked at her and said, name one. Literally said, name one. And I don't know, she was just nervous on the spot or something. She could not come up with one reason why plants are not trying to kill you. I thought it was very, very funny. Very, very funny. I am so excited. I am so thrilled that I am on a panel next year at Meatstock. I cannot wait to do my panel at Meatstock. I will be speaking at Meatstock 2027. I am doing a panel on food addiction. I am very, very excited about it. I cannot wait to do it. Absolutely cannot wait to do it. There's some awesome Kylie Joe Carnivore is going to be there. She will absolutely be on the same panel. I'm not sure who else is on that panel. I'm very, very curious to see, but I think it's going to be really, really good. All right, Carrie has a nice look at Statins. I will be there at Meatstock cheering you on. I know. I'm so excited to meet you in person, Christy. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for 2027 Meatstock. It's going to be such a blast. It's going to be so much fun. Although I hear rumblings, it might actually be the last Meatstock unless someone else wants to take the reins with the planning and finding the venues and all of that stuff. I'm very, very curious. The creator, Scott, I had talked to him recently. I want to be on that panel. I haven't met Scott yet, though, so he doesn't know me. Feel free to message him. If you, what is his name? Just Meatstock. If you go on Instagram and find the official Meatstock account, actually here, let's find it right here. It's this one right here. So if you find this one right here, it's Meatstock_USA. Meatstock_USA is the official account for Scott on here. That's basically, if you DM that account, you are DMing Scott directly. So definitely feel free to reach out to him. He is a super, super nice guy. You can even tell him that I told you to message him. It's awesome. He's a very, very nice guy. But I would inquire. I would definitely inquire if you can get on that panel, because it'll be super, super fun. I think we would have a ton of fun. We would have a ton of stuff to talk about. It's going to be really, really good. Really, really good. I'm very, very excited for it. Very excited for 2027. I am extremely excited. I am extremely excited for Hack Your Health this fall as well. I will be at Hack Your Health in Tampa this November. Very excited. Again, if any of you guys do have any interest at going to Hack Your Health this fall, I do have a discount code. It's my standard discount code, HighCal. That'll get you $100 off tickets. Again, only if you want to go. I will be there. I would love to meet you guys there, meet you guys face to face, just chat, explore the place, see everything they have to offer down there. It's going to be a really, really good time. Really good time.
Sitting in their doctor's office. They got a heart scan, CAC score. The number came back a little high. The doctor...
Anything involving heart. You're going on statins. I fear statins. I would absolutely refuse statins.
We need to put you on a statin right now. So that person went home and they took the statin pill every single day for a year. And then they got another CAC scan. The score was even higher. So the doctor said, we need to increase your dosage of that statin. Nobody told that person what was actually going on. Nobody told them that that was going to happen. It was supposed to happen. It's actually in the literature. It's documented.
The literature.
Once you see this pattern and understand what we're talking about with statins and heart disease, you can't unsee it. We're going to talk about that in today's video. Let's first talk about...
So the drug that's supposed to help clear your arteries is also causing the calcification of said arteries. Find me the logic there. Let's try and find the logic there.
The basic lipid panel. Your doctor orders blood work, it comes back with a cholesterol number, the number is high, so you get a prescription for a statin. Happens millions of times. Every single day it's happening over and over again. Here's what that test is actually doing and why it's so foolish. It's like you standing on a highway overpass and counting the cars. More cars, more chances of an accident. That's the logic. We're looking at quantity. But what you actually want to know is,
quality.
Are any of those cars driven by drunk drivers? Are any of those cholesterol particles the dangerous kind? The small, dense particles that penetrate the artery walls and cause real damage. Let's look at the quality of the cholesterol.
Quality matters.
The standard
is what I
lipid panel
said.
doesn't tell you that. It simply counts the quantity.
Oh yeah, and they'll say when the statin makes the plaques calcify, it's good, but if it calcifies on its own, it's bad. What? I know. It's the biggest conundrum ever. I don't understand it. It was new, is just as likely to make me a diabetic, which increases your risk of heart disease than high cholesterol. Yeah, type 2 diabetes is no joke when it comes to heart stuff. That's why I'm very, very excited that we are turning my wife's around. My wife has been a type 2 diabetic for around 6 years now. We brought her blood sugar. So I've talked to her about this. She doesn't mind me bringing this up on stream. My wife's average blood sugar for the last few years has been the high 200s to low 300s. She is very, very elevated within 3 weeks. 3 weeks of my wife going ketovore. She doesn't want to go full carnivore. She wants to do ketovore, which is absolutely fantastic, I think. Whatever works for her. She went ketovore for 3 weeks. Her blood sugar, her blood glucose went from the 300s down to the mid 90s. We saw a reading of like 92 at one point. 92. That's insane. In 3 weeks. She's been on Ozempic for diabetes control. She's been on metformin for diabetes control. None of these medications have done to her blood sugar what 3 weeks of eating ketovore did. It's insane. And why are we not talking about this? It's the craziest thing to me. And it's like I just went through when I was just talking about my doctors and my doctors seeing my results. All of these doctors seeing my results, and instead of going, wow, maybe we should kind of look into what's going on here and broaden our horizons because this is working amazing. But no, they don't do that. They don't. They just want to keep throwing drugs at me and keep me on the same regimen that they throw everyone else on, where they struggle to lose weight and struggle to get healthier and struggle to regain their health and can't reverse their type 2. None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. And I just want to know why people aren't listening. It drives me insane. It drives me insane. It really does. Like, we can completely turn around type 2 diabetes. Do you know how many people have type 2? Let's take a look right now. Let's take a look right now. Let's go to Handy Dandy Grok. We're going to see how many. Yeah, exactly, Benny. You don't want to lose the cash cow patient. As soon as you're cured or in full remission or whatever it may be, you're no longer a viable patient that they can charge money for. It's insane. It's insane to me. It's insane. Like, we need change. We need real, meaningful, deep, metabolic, healthy change. And no medical professionals are interested in it. Liability and lawyers, homie. Yeah, I know. That's a big part of it too. I reversed my type 2 on carnivore. No more disaster pants and metformin. A1C was 10.1. Now normal. That's so awesome, Snarky. I love to hear that. That is such good thing to hear. You're right, Rom, and I think that's a large part of the problem. And it's one of those things you missed when I was just talking about. By the way, Rom, hello. Guys, if you don't know Rom is just a staple of this channel. He is a lovely, portly gentleman just like myself, also on a mission to lose weight. He is doing phenomenally, and he has just entered the chat. But that's another large part of it, too, is I think there is a form of liability on the backside of these doctors' contracts or whatever else it may be, where they can't outright go to me and say, hey, we absolutely approve of what you're doing. You should keep doing carnivore. I think that opens them up to some form of liability. It's nuts. We know camo is safe, but if you have a heart attack anyway, they went outside the guy. Yeah, carno is safe, but if you have a heart attack anyway, they went outside the guidelines and be raked over the coals in court. Exactly, Rob. And that's it. So that in and of itself is a large part of the problem. It really is. It really is. And that's why I think to a large degree, that's why my doctors can't agree with me. They no longer, like I've converted the doctors to the point where they're no longer up in arms about me doing carnivore, but they cannot sit there and say, I approve of you doing carnivore. The one person I had at my weight loss clinic that approved of me doing carnivore and openly said it no longer has a job there. Now, I don't think it's because of that. They didn't fire him over anything serious. It was just they eliminated his position. You sound like Crazy Eddie. Who's Crazy Eddie? I've actually never heard of Crazy Eddie before. Is he a carnivore gentleman or is just someone else?
It doesn't check the drivers. And
I've never heard of this Crazy Eddie, but I like crazy folks. I like crazy folks. They're more fun.
Every few years, the threshold for who qualifies for a statin gets lower and lower and lower. More people become eligible, more prescriptions are written. Heart disease, though, is still the #1 killer, and the answer has always been the same thing. We just need to get more people on statins.
I am so far behind.
Start younger.
So far behind on my hydration today.
2026 new guidelines suggested starting statins at 30 years of age.
It's crazy.
Every data point that should slow this down becomes a reason to accelerate it. Younger and younger, 30 years old.
No, I have not yet. Not one time have I been offered a statin. Again, my cholesterol is like almost in nominal ranges right now. My cholesterol came down from carnivore. I know that's not the case for everyone. And even when it does elevate, people say don't be concerned. But you know what I mean. I haven't been put the statin in my face yet, but even if I do get it shoved in my face, I am not going to take it.
We go younger.
I'm absolutely not going to take it.
Why not teenagers? Why not children? Why not babies in utero? Put them on statins.
Oh, also, for you guys, for those of you guys who were not in stream earlier, we actually did a live Keto Mojo reading today. My GKI is a 2.5 today. This is the best reading I have had on my Keto Mojo yet. 2.5 overall GKI. I could not be happier with that number. Or to put it into words, what the app is telling me, you were in high therapeutic level of GKI ketosis. And man, that feels good to hear. That feels oh so good to hear. It truly does. I need to get healthy enough again. Here's the thing. I need to lose the weight faster so next time I go to meat stock, I can pick carry up. Yes, Benny, you're right. 2.527777778 was the actual number. Your cholesterol will likely go up as you continue to lose weight. Not medical advice, but it does. You should celebrate. Higher cholesterol means longer life. Exactly, Christy. Exactly. When it does spike, I'm not worried about it. And I'm also preparing mentally for when it does spike. Every single one of these doctors going, oh, it's statin time. Oh, bring on the statins. And I'm simply going to do the same thing as when my doctor told me I need to eat more vegetables. I'll politely look him in the eye and say no. A guy who used to sell TVs, I feel like I'd make a really good TV salesman. I don't know why. I just have a vibe that I would make an excellent TV salesman. I'm not going to lie.
It sounds crazy, but there are people talking about these things.
I'm so excited to see Kerry again, dude. I want to pick him up next time I go to meet
My thought is, why don't we just address the root cause instead of trying to mask the root cause?
I was actually notorious. So all through my youth, when I was a vigorous figure and my knees were still good, my greeting to all of my friends was not just a hug. Every time I hugged someone, I picked them right up off the ground. It didn't matter if the dude weighed 200 pounds. I'd scoop him right off the ground. And that's one of the biggest things I miss doing. I saw a long-lost friend that I haven't seen in years a couple weeks ago. And as soon as I hugged him real quick, he just kind of looked at me and said, wow, you didn't even pick me up. And I had to look at him and go, I can't anymore. And he just went, oh. And I went, oh. And I need to get back to that point. I need to get healthier so I can pick people up again. It's the code of the Giants. I have to pick people up when I hug them. I do.
With a chemical
it's just the rules of the game.
That allows us to continue to do the thing that caused it in the first place. Let's talk about
I love when Kerry gets all riled up on cholesterol.
A better test than the basic lipid panel, and they found one. The CAC scan, a coronary artery calcium scan. A CT image that shows whether
CT scans.
there is actual calcium.
Have you guys ever had a CAT scan? You ever had a CT before? And if so, if you have had a CT, have you had contrast? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if you've had CT contrast in the chat. It is the weirdest feeling. Are you going to pick me up at meat stock? If you do, we are making a short. Absolutely. It's my goal. I need to get healthy enough where my knees can handle it again, but I want to be able to scoop people up again. I really, really do. I really do.
In your arteries or not. Not a number on a blood panel that maybe leads to this and maybe leads to that. Real imaging, real evidence of what's actually...
If you've had a CT scan with contrast, it is the strangest feeling. It is the strangest feeling because they hit you with the shot and the contrast, you can literally feel it flow through every vein in your body and you can feel it move. You can literally like track the layout of your veins through your body as it moves through. And you can tell when it hits your heart, you get like a woo, one of those. Oh my God. And it's so warm. It's so warm. It is the weirdest feeling.
Going on inside your body
weirdest
right now.
feeling.
This was celebrated, and it should be, especially in the low carb and carnivore community. It's a tool, a way to look at what's actually happening instead of a proxy to a precursor to a precursor. Maybe your lipid panel's high, maybe this will happen, maybe you'll have heart disease. You can see there's no calcification. You don't need this drug. Finally, an off-ramp from statins backed by hard imaging.
We talking about
data.
iodine? Yeah, CT contrast, iodine. Yep, when they pump that through you, dude, it's the weirdest feeling. Your whole body just goes flush and you feel so warm. It almost feels like you accidentally went to the bathroom sometimes. I've had it so many times. He looks a lot bigger on film than he does in person. Oh, Kerry? Yeah, dude, Kerry is... I think Kerry came up to here on my chest when I met. He's not a tall guy. He's not a tall guy. He's an awesome dude, though. I love Kerry. He's so nice in person, too. He is so nice in person. Polite. He wanted to hear my whole story and just, oh, it was so good.
Today's video is
so
proudly
good.
brought to you by Bolton Electric Bikes. This thing is incredible. Look at these beefy tires. We are cruising through the woods. We're on the road, and it is scary how fast it is. Big, huge tires in the description below.
Oh, and yeah, it all rushes to your bladder. It does. It does. They literally, the CT techs, when I had my CAT scans done, told me, they're like, you might actually feel like you wet yourself. They're like, you're going to feel like you did. We guarantee you didn't, but it might feel like you did. And it did so much. I'm actually like patting around like, wait a minute, guys. I think I had an accident. I interviewed Kerry on my channel. He's deep in the archives if anyone wants to check it out. Guys, definitely go check that out. Everyone go check that out. You guys will love Christy's interviews. If you've never seen them before, it is absolutely worth watching. Absolutely worth watching. Are you live tomorrow morning, Christy? Are you doing your normal Saturday morning tomorrow? I didn't have a chance to look today.
Homestead How, Bolton e-bikes.
Here's where the pattern
He's got
becomes
Jen on the bike too,
impossible
nice.
to ignore. When the evidence becomes undeniable, the establishment doesn't pull back. They simply reframe things. So now the new official position is increases in CAC after starting statins should not prompt a
Yeah, I literally think he maybe came up to here. He maybe came up to here. I am also a giant, though. I am a very big dude. Christy, you are going to be shocked when we meet each other at Meat Stock. You're gonna have to look up at me and go, oh. Even with me losing all the weight, I'm enormous with the weight on, but even with all the weight off of me, I am a very, very big dude. I should have been in the NFL. I squandered a lifetime of money by not playing football in high school. I should have just been a linebacker. I have a video with Coach Juliet Edens as a pre-recorded that's set to appear tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific. I'll be in the chat, not full live because you're in Vegas. Gotcha. Jen finally gave up dairy. Yes, Benny, as far as I know, Jen did give up dairy, and that was what was causing her to stall. It sounds like she's losing weight phenomenally. Jen is also a sweetheart. Between 5'5" and 5'6", that's how tall my wife is. My wife comes up to about here. I'm almost 6'5". I am a big boy. I am a big boy. But I'm not just tall, like shoulders, everything. I am a unit. I am a unit of a human being. Again, I squandered my life by not being a linebacker in the NFL. Although, with where my knees are in life currently, I probably wouldn't be doing too good right now.
Statins make us billions of dollars.
Probably wouldn't be doing too good.
Follow this carefully. Statins are converting dangerous soft plaque into calcified plaque.
Yep.
Calcified plaque is stable. Stable plaque doesn't rupture. So a rising CAC score isn't necessarily bad news. At least that's
Don't
what they're
forget to
telling us.
hydrate, my friends, because I am behind. This is only my second jug I'm working on today.
It was bad before, but now it's good. We updated the meaning of the number. There's just one big problem with that defense. Researchers at Intermountain Medical Center, working with Johns Hopkins.
Although I'm actually curious, I might actually be taller. Because right now I'm between 6'3" to 6'4". Higher end of 6'3", almost 6'4". And I kind of think I'm taller than that. I remember being taller than that in high school. And I honestly think weighing so much for so long that my spine has probably compressed and I'm actually shorter than I used to be due to carrying the weight. I would not be surprised if that's the case. I really would not be surprised if that's the case.
They measured the composition.
Also, something amazing is happening right now. I have a 6-pound chuck roast in the pressure cooker. 6-pound chuck roast in my pressure cooker right now. It's salted up. I salt brined it for 24 hours before I seared it and put it in there to cook a little while ago. I dumped in a whole bunch of double onion, garlic, salty provisions in there. Oh, it's so good. So good. Now, I can smell it. I am on a separate floor of the house and I can smell it now. The temptation is undeniable. How long in the pressure cooker? This is actually, Christy, this is my first attempt. This is my first attempt at doing the pressure cooker. I kind of looked online and I think they said about 20 minutes per pound. So mine was around 5.5, closer to 6 pounds. So I did 90 minutes for the first one. But that was kind of the rule of thumb that I found after looking at quite a few cooking blogs and stuff, was 20 minutes per pound on the roast. And I put a bunch of salty provisions, double onion garlic in there, and just a little bit of broth. I put a little bit of beef bone broth in there, and I'm also going to take all the juice that comes out of it with that bone broth. As soon as I get done, I'm going to put that on the stovetop and simmer down. You will shrink when you get older. I was 5'7", now 5'6". Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for it. I will not be this tall for long. Especially with how hard my spine has had to work for all these years. But I'm going to reduce down all the juices from that cook and just make it into a nice gravy to put on top of the roast. Oh my God, I'm so excited for it. I am so excited for it.
Plaque in their arteries. Soft plaque, calcified plaque, fibrous plaque, and then they tracked who had cardiac events.
So much plaque.
The finding was unexpected enough that the lead researcher said it directly. We previously thought...
Then maybe I'm down to 5'5". Oh, we're all shrinking. We're all shrinking. And the fun part to think is our height goes down, but our nose and ears just keep growing. That's something I've noticed. I feel like my nose is so much bigger than it used to be, and I had to look into it, and that's when I realized your nose and ears never stop growing. They just keep getting bigger the older you get. They just keep getting bigger. Oh, we got a nice bot showing up on Twitch today trying to sell us some viewers. Let's get some AI viewers, guys. Haha, kidding, get banned.
Soft plaque.
The ban hammer has dropped.
Heart attacks. But
also, since we do have a nice chunk of people here, I do want to re-announce this real quick. This is going to go into effect next week. I meant to do it today, but I'm going to have to redo all my streaming software and OBS to get this to work. Starting on Monday's stream, I will no longer be streaming on Twitch or Kick. I am completely stopping streaming on Twitch and Kick as of Monday's stream. We do not get organic viewers there. All I get is bots trying to sell scams, trying to get AI viewers in here and all sorts of stuff. So I am no longer going to stream on those platforms. I believe it has now been right around 2 months since we've had an organic viewer on Twitch or Kick. So I am going to get rid of both of those platforms. YouTube is going to remain the main streaming platform. However, we are also going to start streaming on Rumble. Few of you, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Rumble. Rumble is YouTube's chief competitor, but it's a lot more forgiving on free speech, fasting, carnivore, all of these type things do not get censored over there. Me and Josh did a duo this week. We did a nice collaboration on an 84-hour fast this week. 2 of his videos were censored, and I had some issues on mine as well because we were advertising fasting. So stuff like that does not happen on Rumble. We are going to give Rumble a try just for streaming. I do post videos there, but we are going to switch over to streaming YouTube and Rumble. But have no fears, nothing is changing on YouTube. My streams will still be the same time. Just Kick and Twitch, if you guys do ever watch there, are no longer in the mix. We're getting both of them right out of here. Unfortunately, they both ended up not being a success, and it uses so much power on my PC that we're going to do that. I didn't realize fasting and carnivore get censored on YouTube. It's more so, I haven't had it happen on YouTube yet, Jeffrey, but Facebook, and especially TikTok. Here's one of the craziest things. TikTok actually considers videos promoting fasting to be promoting suicidal behavior. I kid you not. The guy that I did the collab with, Josh Stafford of the North. Again, if you guys have never checked out Josh, please check his videos out. He's doing some awesome stuff. He is trying to trim weight, but also gain a bunch of muscle with carnivore. He's more ketovore right now, but awesome stuff. He actually, his video that got censored this week, claimed in the file that he got when they banned his comments and stuff, claiming that he was promoting suicidal behavior for promoting fasting. Insane. Absolutely insane. But again, as Rom would say, if Rom is still watching, it's because of lawyers and liability. I understand why they do it, because you have somebody whose body is not prepared for a fast, and they see a big video promoting a fast, and all of a sudden they go out and do a very long extended fast and die from it. They die from it, and someone finds out they got the idea from a YouTube video, then they could literally sue the hell out of YouTube or whoever else. So I understand. They consider it disordered eating as well. Absolutely, CK. Absolutely. Yep, that is another big thing they do. Went and subbed to Josh. Awesome, Chris. You're going to love him. His wife, too. His wife, Kylie Joe Carnivore, she is awesome. She is really great, too. She has a massive following. She is a sweetheart. She's lost around 130 pounds on carnivore. They are both phenomenal. They are awesome people. They are on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all over the place. Crazy, I never would have pegged TikTok to censor content. Dude, you can have straight up nudity on TikTok. I have seen videos of death on TikTok. But if you promote carnivore or fasting, you can get your videos banned to get demonetized. It's crazy. So when I do my videos on fasting now, I messaged Kylie but didn't get an answer. I know she must be so busy. Oh, you want to get her for an interview, Christy? If you want to do an interview, I can set that up. I can set that up for you if you want. I can reach out and get a hold of her. Me and Josh text back and forth all day, every day. I met Josh and Kylie at Meatstock. You do? All right, I will get a hold of her this evening. Remind me. You have my phone number. Text me and remind me, and I'll make sure I try and get a hold of her tonight for you and say you're trying to get a hold of her, because I think that would be an awesome interview. Yep. Just message me and remind me. That way I don't forget. I get so scatterbrained sometimes. Anytime you guys send me a message or a DM or anything, if I don't get back to you right away, please don't feel bad. I am so scatterbrained. I am very moderately ADHD as well. I just forget what I'm doing sometimes and just go about my merry business. So definitely send me a message. Guys, I am going to take another quick break. I want to go see if my roast is done because I am starving. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. I'll give you some music in the meantime, and we'll be right back. We are going to run a longer stream tonight. We're going to go for at least another hour and a half. I'll be back in just a moment. All right. Well, that is terribly unfortunate. Terribly unfortunate. There's still like 10 minutes left on that roast, and then since it's pressure cooker, it needs to depressurize, so probably another half hour till it's ready. All right. I keep talking so much, we've barely gotten through Carrie's video. Let's get back and take a look.
In our new research, It's more than calcified plaque that appears to be associated with adverse cardiovascular events. The thing statins are converting your soft plaque into may itself be the more dangerous thing.
That's
The defense they
interesting.
built to
That's
explain why a
super
rising
interesting.
CAC score is fine may be built on a foundation that their own researchers are now questioning themselves. And there's one more layer to this. A CAC scan only measures calcified plaque. It doesn't measure soft plaque at all, which means you could have a perfect CAC score of 0, walk out of your doctor's office feeling clear and great, and still have significant soft plaque building in your arteries.
That's
The kind
interesting.
that doesn't show
See,
up
that's
on
crazy
the
to me
CAC.
because that's even after the CAC, which is like CAT scan levels of seeing into your body. That's nuts to me. That it'll still give you that false positive reading. That's really crazy. That is wild
Foods
to hear.
that cause inflammation and insulin resistance. You cannot address insulin resistance without continuing the habits that drive it. The body is not broken. The body is responding exactly as it was designed to what you are putting into it and how you are living. The
Absolutely.
CAC scan doesn't lie. The number going up is a signal. The question is whether you listen to the signal or whether you take a drug that changes the reading on the instrument. While the underlying problem, the root cause, continues. That's not medicine. That is putting a Band-Aid.
All I had was a couple pieces of jerky today. I had a few pieces of jerky. I had a cup and a half of bone broth to break my fast this morning. So the minute this roast is done, guys, oh baby, I don't like to eat on stream usually. I might be eating on stream today.
Over the check engine light, covering it up with some
I
tape.
just might be
Your
eating on
body
stream.
is not broken. Your body is simple.
You vanished from my phone. I'll message on Insta. Yeah, just send me a message on Insta. I'll see that one. I will absolutely see that one. I vanished from the phone. I am, in fact, a ninja. I do just vanish sometimes. Like I said, I'm scatterbrained, but I call being scatterbrained a ninja because I just disappear sometimes. A lot of times when I'm supposed to do things or be places, unfortunately, but hey, that's just the name of the game.
Responding. I'm not telling
Or here, I'll text. I'm pretty sure I still got you in. We'll see you right now. There, I just texted you, Christy. Don't be a wolf and we'll allow it. I just texted your phone, Christy. That way you got my
you
number
what to
again.
do. I'm telling you that there's information out there that will give you more informed consent. In my opinion, the right conversation isn't which statin and what dose. The right conversation is what is the actual root cause of this heart disease in the first place, and are we doing...
Hold up. Is this a
as
Phil
heart
Ovadia
surgeons
interview?
are
This is
busier
an
than
interview.
ever. Well, the most noticeable trend that I'm seeing is the patients are getting...
We're going to skip out. Again, this is an awesome video from Carrie at Homestead How, guys. Definitely check them out. Definitely check them out. I don't like playing other people's interviews, Christy's interviews, Carrie's interviews, anyone's interviews of other carnivores. I do not like broadcasting on my stream. I'll watch their normal straight up videos on stream. We'll do reactions to those, but people's actual interviews, I would very much prefer you guys go to their actual channels and watch that to make sure they are getting the views. I don't want to be sniping their content on these interviews and the views coming my way. So absolutely interview stuff, guys. Make sure if you're interested, check it out. But that one right there, Phil Ovadia. I got to meet Phil Ovadia. My wife fell in love with Phil Ovadia there. His presentation at Meat Stock on cholesterol and how the heart works with carnivore was so good. I have actually been, I think I got both right here. I got one of his books right here. This is my next read. I'm in the middle of another book right now, but my next read is Phil Ovadia's book. He has two books, and I have the other one on the way right now. I'm very excited to read them. Very excited to read them. Rebecca has a new video. The biggest lies in the carnivore space right now. Let's go! Rebecca coming through, dropping bombs.
Some of the most popular advice in the carnivore space right now is exactly why so many women are struggling. In this video, I am going to expose
I'm curious
some
to
of
see
the
this one.
biggest...
Dude, Rebecca's perspective and just the way she looks at stuff is so cool. Also, I would like to add, she is an absolute sweetheart. I got to meet her and talk to her for just a couple minutes. I wanted to pick her brain for an hour at Meat Stock. Unfortunately, she was just so busy there, I didn't have the time. But she is an incredibly kind person. If you guys don't follow her on YouTube, Instagram, anywhere else, please check her out. Tailored Keto Health. Awesome channel, awesome content, and a very, very unique perspective of looking at things. Very, very smart. Very smart. She was actually the opposite end of the spectrum as me. I'm trying to lose the weight. She was underweight trying to gain weight. It's super, super cool seeing the contrast between the two and how people are using carnivore to not only just do weight loss, but also weight gain. Awesome stuff.
Lies in the carnivore space. Lie number 1, just eat more fat. This is not universally true. I've talked about it in so many videos.
Yes.
You cannot just apply a one-size-fits-all 2-to-1 fat to protein ratio or just tell anyone just eat more fat. This doesn't work for a metabolism that's already broken. You have to come in and support it other ways. If there is cortisol dysregulation, insulin resistance.
That is my only complaint. That's my only complaint. And Rebecca, I am so sorry if you ever see this. I'm not picking on you by any means. All I want to say is in her videos, I just want to see maybe a couple more things on the shelf. I feel like there's so much empty shelf space here. We could use a lot of stuff on here. A lot of stuff on here. That's my only gripe. That's my only gripe about the videos. I just see the empty shelves. Like, oh man, there's so many neat things you could put there.
It's not fixed by just eating more fat. It's not that simple.
It's not, and she's absolutely right by this. I've had so many carnivore people message me and say, you need to eat more fat, need to eat more fat. And every time I bring that fat content up, it's not that it stalls my weight loss. It has a couple times that I've noticed, but the biggest thing it does is it messes up my GI tract. My GI tract gets all out of whack. My bowel movements get way out of whack. And it's not a livable existence. If anything, I've brought my fat down lately. I'm down right now to anywhere from 90 to around 140 grams of fat a day. And that kind of seems to be the sweet spot. I don't want to bring it down much more than that and like risk protein poisoning. But I think I found a really good benchmark right now. But it's curious. It's curious. Needs more books. I always want to fill shelves with books. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if you guys can see my books. Yeah, you can see on the corner of my screen here. On the corner of my screen, I got a big stack behind me. I'm trying to make it through all those right now. It's slow going. It's slow going. I wish I had more time to read. It's not that I wish I had more time. I need to make more time to read. I only read like, I don't know, a half hour a couple times a week. I need to start doing every single day minimum of a half hour in a book. I think before bedtime. That's one thing I'm really, really bad about is screen time before bed. I was eating butter like I used to eat Snickers, cut out butter, stall broke. Yep. I am telling you, that's one of the biggest things I've done, Snarky. One of the biggest things I've done was cutting out dairy. Dairy was the ultimate stall for me. Dairy was holding me up, and it causes me nonstop pain. Because for those of you guys who have been following me for a while, you know that every single Friday, if I had a good weigh-in, my celebration was a big old thing of cottage cheese, and I can't do it anymore. Oh, I can't do it anymore, and it hurts, but you know what? It's going to be okay because we're back on track. We're not stalling the weight loss anymore. It's kind of hard for me to say that today because I gained 1.2 pounds this week, but I know exactly why I gained those 1.2 pounds this time. Sometimes I'm guessing and I got to flip through my logs and be like, man, what did I do this time? Why did the scale not go down? But I know exactly what happened this week with my weight gain.
It's frustrating for me because I see so many people gaining excessive amounts of weight because they were told to eat sticks of butter or drink these fatty lattes or just eat more fat. It is not this magic pill. The fat is a lever, and it can be a security blanket, but it has to be applied properly.
She's so
Lie
right.
Number 2, protein turns into sugar. This is so overblown, and I am not afraid to share. You need to eat sufficient protein. If you're not eating sufficient protein, you are absolutely shooting yourself in the foot.
I need, and here's my problem, is I need to get more protein. I need to get so much more protein than I am right now, but I also need to do it while keeping the fat levels to an acceptable point. So the hard thing is I want to stay between that 90 to 130 grams of fat, But at the same time, I need to bring my protein up. So my protein's usually 150 to 160. I need to get that up to around a 230 to a 240. So I think actually adding in lean protein is going to be the play for me. As weird as that sounds, because I don't want to mess with the fat level. So I think I'll keep the same ratio. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. But on a daily basis, I'm going to start adding in shrimp. I'll start adding in fish. I'll do sardines. I'll add tuna in. And I think that's how I'm going to get the protein up without having to bring the fat up. I think that's really, really going to be the place. Children breast. That is one hell of a typo, Benny Bob. That is one hell of a typo.
In terms of becoming insulin sensitive, leptin sensitive, upregulating thyroid signaling, building muscle, burning fat. Protein is essential even for our brain.
And turkey too. Yep, turkey's a really solid way to go for that. Yep. So that's what I'm going to do. My meals are going to become more surf and turf, I think. I'm going to start adding a lot of fish and cod. Dude, codfish is the most free protein there is. There is literally zero fat in there. And there's almost no calories too. So if I do cod or shrimp, I really don't have to worry about my calories coming up high, and I don't have to worry about the fat coming up, but I can also just absolutely hammer down on the protein I need. Because everything I've heard is you want 1 gram of protein for each 1 gram of lean body mass. Now, to put it in perspective, how big of a human being I am, do you guys know what my lean body mass is? My lean body mass is 233 pounds. That is my lean mass. And people keep telling me I'm going to be able to get down to 180 after I lose the weight. My lean muscle mass is literally 230 pounds right now. So, highly doubt. I'm starting to question if I'm even going to see 250 pounds. For me to hit 250 pounds might actually be a miracle. That's my goal weight. It's going to give me something to keep pushing for, but I think things are extremely going to slow down. And I also don't think we're going to hit that 250 pound mark. Sad to say, I hate to say it, but I'm going to need the skin removal surgery. Mine is slowly creeping up to 200. That's good though. That's good. Jeffrey, I am 6'4". I am 6'4". 6'4" with 235 or 233 and a half pounds of lean muscle mass. So I need to be getting right around that 230 grams of protein a day. And I'm not doing it currently. I'm absolutely not doing it currently, but I think that's the play. Surf and turf, do my normal steak, my normal eggs, everything else I'm doing, my ground beef, my pork, whatever else I got going on, keep that the same. Just maybe bring the calories down on those a little bit and then add in cod, shrimp, salmon, all that stuff that's going to have really, really low fat. Also, all that stuff is going to give me really good omega-3s too, which every time I get good natural omega-3s, my joints feel so much better. They really, really do. My inflammation goes down. It feels like my joints are lubricated again. My knees start working again. My only problem is I do what I did this week and I start trying to push myself just a little bit farther than I should. And that's why I gained weight this week. I pushed myself way too hard in the gym this week. Oh, hey, we got a bot over on Kick. Hold on, we're going to ban you real quick. Goodbye. The ban hammer has been dropped.
There is so much benefit.
And that's why I'm not going to stream on Kick anymore. It's just bots.
Eating 80 grams of protein a day, or
I'm a huge meatball, really 5'7". There you go. But you're my meatball, Benny. You're my meatball.
You cannot expect to thrive with the bare minimum. Protein is absolutely essential for all of the things I just listed.
So right on this.
It doesn't just turn into sugar. Context is key. Gluconeogenesis is demand-driven in a healthy individual, and for someone who is maybe most often in the sympathetic dominance or in fight-flight mode, and you're more prone to gluconeogenesis, for this individual, what they need to do is still work themselves up to that 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight of protein. That protein is a part of healing and getting into that parasympathetic dominance again, that rest and digest mode. Your body will never feel fully safe and supported with just 80 grams of protein. This is a dangerous shortcut that a lot of people take.
80 grams is really, really low.
Which leads me to line number 3, which is ketones equal progress or success.
Interesting.
Ketones are not this trophy thing that you need to be chasing. Blood ketones are not as straightforward as they seem. So like you could eat a Twinkie and then a stick of butter and get blood ketones. You'll definitely say yes on the urine strips that you're in ketosis. The best way to measure whether or not you're in ketosis is with breath, either acetone or using carbon dioxide with something like a lumen device. But blood ketones are telling us the fat that's in your bloodstream that can be oxidized. It doesn't tell us what you have oxidized, and that's what we want to know is how efficient is your body at actually using ketones for fuel. The more
Excuse me for 1 second, guys. I'm going to pause this. I got to take a call quick. All right, we are back. I am back. Tried to tell you that. You did, Benny. You did. I am back. I hear you on the lean mass being concerning. I was showing my doctor that I can visibly flex a lot of muscles, even though the fat. Now they said we should do a BIA scan. Yeah, it's one of those things. With my lean mass currently where it is, I really don't see myself getting down to 250. I don't know, though. I don't know. Time's going to tell. We're going to see what happens. I myself, Rom, am very, very due for a BIA. Let's see when this one was. This was 310 or 610. I'm like 2 weeks overdue on a BIA, so I got to call and get mine scheduled. Unfortunately, it's Friday at 6 p.m. and the office is closed.
And fat adapted you become, the lower your blood ketones will be. The last lie that I want to list is
that's actually
if it's
super
not working,
interesting.
then just go more strict. I see this all the time. I wasn't losing weight, so I went from carnivore to lion. Or I wasn't losing weight, so I started fasting for 72 hours. Going more strict.
I feel called out by that statement, but now I'm intrigued. I must know more.
Is way more often than not hurting people versus helping. Yes, there are some people who, you're just eating Pop-Tarts on the weekends, you're going back and forth. That's not going to work. You need to tighten it up with your approach and be more consistent. But for most people who are really deeply, sincerely trying, and then they go stricter, it's hurting you. You are sending the signal of more restriction, more conservation, more protect body fat versus safety. I see a lot of people make progress when they actually add some mindful variety or they stop the extended fasting so that the body can breathe again. And then
I think that's kind of where I'm at with the fasting. I don't think BAA are accurate for carnivores because we were low on carbohydrates or our muscles look more like fat to the scan. That's an interesting perspective, Benny. Actually, we're going to have to look into that. I'm going to try and remember that and see if that's a thing.
It feels comfortable burning its own fat.
I'd be curious to see.
What I want you to take away from this video is that context matters more than rules, which is why I offer coaching that is more bio-individual. I offer teaching that helps you to apply what amount of protein and fat is appropriate for your body, what amount of variety is appropriate for your goals, because there is no one size fits all. Our body is not a template. We can't just follow a list of rules and expect that to work for every person under the sun.
Oh, hey, we know her. Hey, we know her. Look what's showing up on the For You page. That's awesome. I honestly think she's right to a very, very, very large degree right there. And I think after this week, I just did an 84-hour fast and I gained weight during the fast. So I think what's going to happen, guys, for the next couple weeks, that was me. Say, wait a minute. I know her. But I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm done fasting for a little bit. Not forever. I love fasting. I love the way I feel on a fast. I love all the positive things that fasting has done for my inflammation and joints and all the autophagy and stem cell therapy I get from it. But I have been fasting nonstop And I mean nonstop for the better part of like 10 weeks in a row. I mean every single week. 18-6 daily. I'm not going to change my intermittent fasting. 18-6 daily. I'm still going to keep my 18-6 schedule. I think that works perfect. I see no reason to change that around. But my extended fast. So every week I do anywhere from a 24 to a 72. Most weeks that's right around a 48 to a 60, somewhere around there. And my autophagy, yes. I think I'm done for a little bit. I think after this week, I think we will try another heavy duty one in a few weeks, but I think I am going to take a couple weeks of fasting off. I think the benefits of fasting are undeniable. They're unparalleled. They're absolutely amazing, but I do think I have been doing it too much lately. I think that this week that fasting actually became a negative thing for me. So going into next week, and trust me, I'm very concerned because I got into this loophole where every week I fast, and man, it makes that scale look good. It makes the scale look good every Friday, but I got to do it. I got to take a break. I got to relax. I just got to eat through the whole week, make sure everything's looking good meal-wise. I'm afraid to do it because I'm afraid the scale is going to spike back up on me like crazy. But we're going to see what happens. We're going to take at least a 2-week break, probably, you know what, probably closer to most of July, and then right at the end of July, maybe we'll do another big one. But we're going to see what happens. We're going to take that break from fasting and kind of go from there. You're still insulin resistant after going keto. Let's check this one out as well.
Keto for months, maybe even years. You've lost weight, you're sleeping better, your energy improved, things are looking good, but then one day you check your continuous glucose monitor or you check your morning glucose and it's really high. Or maybe one day you experiment eating just a small amount of carbohydrates and your insulin shoots up and someone tells you that you're now insulin resistant. So does this mean that keto failed or carnivore broke your insulin sensitivity or it broke your metabolism? Did all of that dietary fat cause insulin resistance? Not necessarily. There is a big difference between the type of insulin resistance that occurs as a disease or the...
I just do 18-6, except I do one 24-hour fast from Thursday lunch to Friday lunch. I don't have any scientific reason. It just gives me results consistently. Got to get ready to run for our night out. Going to eat an expensive ribeye. Well, you earned every bite, Christy. Enjoy it. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with us. I will let you know when I talk to Kylie tonight. I will see when I set that up and get everything going there. But enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your time. Maybe for good measure, go see the roulette wheel for a little bit. I always love just a couple rolls of roulette. I am not a big gambler by any means, but I got to throw some roulette in there just to see what happens. But thank you so much for stopping by. I will definitely check out your video tomorrow. I can't wait to finish the interview with Dr. Chafee. So good. Love the interviews. Love everything you're doing. Keep the work going. Keep pushing forward every single day. You're a beast. Have fun.
Type of insulin resistance that occurs during fat adaptation. If you don't understand the difference, then you run the risk of ignoring true metabolic dysfunction or giving up on something that's actually working. So let's talk. The internet talks about insulin resistance like it's one singular thing, but the truth is that insulin resistance can look different at a physiologic level, but produce the same lab results. So the first type that I want to talk about is pathological insulin resistance. This is the disease-like insulin resistance that we really want to improve.
Man. She is so smart.
This is directly correlated to chronically overeating, inflammation, excess body fat, stress hormones, mitochondrial dysfunction. The results are high insulin, poor metabolic health, and difficulty accessing your own body fat. Now, physiological insulin resistance, this is where it gets interesting.
I would love so much to take her one-on-one coaching. I would love it, but I know what she charged.
Interesting.
I can't do it.
When you're eating very low carb, your body adapts to using fat as its primary fuel source. And your body also becomes protective of glucose for the tissues that need it. This can result in higher fasting glucose or higher spikes in glucose when you consume carbohydrates. This does not automatically mean disease. Now, the Randall cycle explained simply, and I'm sure someone in the comments is going to chime in and add something more. I'm going to try to be concise here and not overcomplicate it. The Randall cycle simply means your body is going to prioritize the fuel that it has the most of because it's efficient. It's being efficient. So high carb intake promotes carb oxidation or glucose burning. High fat intake promotes high fat oxidation. That is the Randall cycle simplified. The body isn't confused, it's adapting. It's becoming efficient. So
I think that's a large part of my issue too, is my body is just constantly trying to adapt to these amount of changes, how much weight I've lost. And that's probably a large part of the stall I'm in right now too, is just every 4 to 5 weeks, I just hit this weird stall phase where my body's just like, hold up, big boy. Hold up, big boy. We got to reassess this situation. We got to look at your metabolism. We got to look at your recycling. We got to look at everything and reassess the situation.
Camp will see the glucose and it says, see, ketogenic diets cause insulin resistance. And then the other camp says, that all insulin resistance only comes from carbs. Both camps are oversimplifying this. What I want you to get out of this video is understanding that context matters so much more than a lab value. Context is everything. You need to be asking some questions when you're looking at your labs and even examining your own biofeedback. So along with asking, what is your fasting insulin? What are your triglycerides? Also ask yourself, what is my energy like? Is it better or is it worse? What is inflammation doing? What is your body composition doing? Because a glucose number without context tells a very incomplete story. We need so much more data. The goal is not keto forever or high carbs forever. The goal is metabolic flexibility, right?
I like how she films her videos. She does like real short. She'll do like one sentence, then record the next sentence, record the next one. Like you could tell she got flustered and messed up a line, 'cause she'll come back and like, oh. She comes back with that. Oh. I love it. I do it all the time too. When I'm trying to record stuff, oh my God, I screw up my lines so much. How to address individuals on this phone. I haven't figured out how to address individuals on this phone. No, it's okay. It's okay. The phone version, all the streaming versions of stuff for phone are really, really complicated to use. They just need to simplify the stuff. It would make it so much easier.
It is for me. Can your body efficiently use fat for fuel? And can your body comfortably and efficiently use glucose for fuel? Because if you're just running on fat, but your body is overreacting to glucose, that's not necessarily metabolic flexibility. It's an adaptation to fat metabolism. And this can be the beginning of a proper diet. This can be normal, but if you stay in that place, then it's not metabolic flexibility and it's not building capacity. Can your body adapt to changing demands? That's what we're after. So instead of just asking, am I insulin resistant? Maybe ask yourself, what type of insulin resistance is my body dealing with and what is my body trying to adapt to? So many times I see people running into these issues and just throwing the baby out with the bathwater, just leaving it all behind, going back to carbs and saying it didn't work for me. But your body probably needs a little bit more.
It should just be you type the @ in. If you type the @ in, I think it might bring up a list of people in the channel, or maybe just type the name out too. Benny can sort you out on that one though. Benny can tell you how to do it.
Or time and consistency to properly adapt. What it needs most of all is metabolic flexibility. Your body needs to feel safe and supported to be able to utilize fat.
Actually, I'm going to test it right now. Yep, as soon as you start typing the name and it starts coming up. So you do the @ and then start typing someone's name, like the first couple letters, and it should bring them up because they're in chat. Yep. It's probably a little easier for me because I'm on a full PC right now and not a phone, but it should be the exact same on phone, I think.
And glucose comfortably. And that should be the goal, in my opinion. I bring up these topics on these videos because it's really the core of what I hear in my one-on-one coaching all the time is that there are too many voices making really firm black and white statements like high fat causes insulin resistance, or we're supposed to be eating pure sugar and we only need a little bit
sugar crew.
of fat.
Yo, we got to go check out the Sugar Gang. Guys, we have not checked in on the Sugar Gang in a while. We should go see how they're doing after this.
That is not for everyone.
Hey, Snooki, you got it. Let's go.
Voices, and the truth is that these people can be true in their own way for one person in one season, but it doesn't apply across the board. So we need to learn how to ask ourselves these questions and really look at biofeedback and understand a little bit more so that we can make informed decisions moving forward. I don't want anyone feeling like, you know, I have to do what is trending. I have to do 2-to-1 fat to protein ratio because that's what so-and-so said. No, I want you to do it because you actually have a goal and you're working towards that goal with mindfulness and understanding. So I hope these videos are helping you to do that. If you would like more topics beyond what I'm teaching, fat adaptation, metabolic flexibility, leptin, thyroid,
phones don't bring up names like they once did.
Comments.
That's unfortunate.
And I will definitely add them to my list of videos to make because I want to help you have understanding. And if you are interested in spending time with me every single week and spending time in my private group community, you can also check out that link in the description. I have a join anytime group, very intimate, small setting. I cap the amount of members so that I can take all of the raised hands every single week. It's a really safe space, and it also comes with lifetime access to my pre-recorded core education, which is 9 modules of taking you through things like proper hydration.
Her stuff is awesome, guys. If you were considering ever signing up for groups or anything else, I would highly recommend hers, man. She is so smart at the way she attacks carnivore and people's healing and stuff. If you had seen her backstory, I've seen her full backstory before. I have read her book. Literally, I could not put her book down. I started her book and finished it in a day. Literally, I could not put it down. It was such an amazing read. So I highly recommend if you're looking for a group like that, a carnivore group with really, really good advice, hers is definitely a way to go. Ribeyes for the win. Yes, indeed, Jeffrey. Yes, indeed, man. Ribeyes are so good. I have not had a ribeye in weeks, man. Oh, hold up. I did not thumbs up that video.
For months, maybe even years.
Always got to thumbs up the videos, guys. Always got. We have not watched Bella in a while. What's Bella got going on? Sourdough bread with 0 carbs. Egg brands, deadly. Nah, we haven't seen her in a while. Caleb Hammer, Tennyson. We watch Tennyson every now and then once you get going. Will Tennyson, I investigated the world's skinniest versus fattest city. Let's take a look at this, guys.
The world's fattest city versus the world's skinniest city. One with an obesity rate of over 40%. The other, a little over 4%. Nearly 10 times less.
Shocking that the thin one's in Japan.
Same species, completely different outcomes.
So I'm going to travel across the world to investigate both, to see what they're eating, how they live, and what exactly they're doing so differently. Starting with the world's fattest city.
Welcome to Little Rock, Arkansas, everybody, where not so little people live.
I should have said it in the back of my head. In the back of my head, I was saying it's going to be Arkansas. It's going to be Arkansas. Oh, I should have just said it. It was.
Because this is America's most obese city. Fun little quick fact about Arkansas. They invented the cheese dip in 1935. Pretty cool. So we're going to explore today and see what Little Rock's doing wrong. Because clearly, they're doing a lot wrong.
We're searching for healthy options around the area, and it's pretty slim pickings. We have the Walgreens, Papa John's shows up for some reason. We got a Chinese buffet.
Yes, the health of Papa
Mike's
John's
Cafe.
pizza.
Hibachi could be good, but it's still pretty heavy on the carbs. Value Foods, another supermarket. Long John Silver's. I feel like the most accurate answer could be just maybe going back to the airport and leaving Little Rock. Who knows? We might be able to
Long
find
John
something.
Silver's
There's
is on
literally
there too?
fast food everywhere. Like there's a Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Chinese takeout places, Wendy's. Every single place that you can think of is just all on this one
McDonald's,
street. It's like an open air
KFC.
food court. We haven't even been here for that long, and you can already tell that this is not a very walkable place. Like nobody's walking. Everything seems very spread out. I think the only way you can get your 10K steps here
I've
is
been
to
through
literally
Little
make
Rock.
progress
I've never
and
spent
forfeit
time in
stolen.
Little Rock. I've been through there a
I don't
couple
think anyone
times
here
though.
is too
Pine
active.
Bluff.
There isn't
I
even
spent a
actually
lot of time in
sidewalk
Pine Bluff,
to even
Arkansas in
attempt
the
to
past.
walk.
I worked there
With
for
endless
several
unhealthy
months.
options around, we stumbled upon a local donut spot where I wanted to see how the locals actually order.
Good morning. I want to get what just a regular Little Rock citizen would get.
The plain glazed donut.
Plain glaze? How many?
I would say 3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 or 4.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
Wow. I'll go 4.
You go
I'm gonna
4?
do 4. Yeah.
Sadly, I've never had pecan. Dude, you and me both, Jeffrey. We were just talking about this earlier. I have still never tried picanha to this day. I know it's Christy's favorite cut. It's Guga's favorite cut. There are so many people that swear by picanha. I just haven't had the chance to try it. I never find it. I think I found a picanha, but it was huge. Huge. I just didn't have the money. I have family out Pine Bluff Way. Yo, let's go, Rom. Yeah, dude, I worked there. I was working there selling power equipment probably in like 2010. Right around 2010, I was around there. but they need to be healthy because sadly, except those that have the sumo genes, heavy people in Japan have high orders of heart disease than the average American. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
I mean, we're 2 away from half a dozen, slightly triggering, but we'll go 4. Yeah. Do you come here often?
I come here maybe 2 to 3 times a week.
2 to 3 times a week.
Yes.
Okay, and what's like a for your son and you? What's like a standard order?
4 glazed donuts, 2 kolaches, and a chocolate milk.
What do you think is like the main reason
Chocolate
for Little
milk and
Rock's obesity
donuts.
problem?
Hell
I
yeah.
would say junk food, whole strips, like fast. Yeah.
How often do you eat fast food every week?
Not really. I eat a lot of Asian food. I probably eat it like she said. This.
You eat those every day?
Yeah.
What is that? Just sausage rolls?
Sausage roll with cheese.
Yeah. Okay. And that's is it like a standard lunch?
Standard breakfast.
What's like your fruit and vegetable intake like?
I don't eat vegetables.
I don't eat vegetables.
Come on, man.
The clerk is carnivorous. He looks like he's on Asian
So we got
cuisine.
4 glazed donuts, which is a standard order for somebody, which is pretty ridiculous. Only $5.
Those are big boy donuts,
So
too.
super cheap, very hard to beat. I can see why people would come for breakfast because, I mean, it's not expensive at all. Glazed. So good.
Now, this is an American start to the day. I wonder what the people in the world's skinniest city would think of this.
Look at the sizes that this store has. So usually, like where I'm from, like I'd say like 3XL, maybe we see 4XL. But this goes 5, 6, 7, 8XL. So this is 6XL.
All right, that's a DXL. I know that because I have to shop at DXL myself because, well, I'm a big boy. Amazing clothes, very, very expensive. The closest one to me is an hour drive away. I have never seen one that went up to 8X. Every DXL I've ever been to only goes to a 6, which I never hit. I was a 5X at my worst. I was an absolute 5Xer at my worst. Crazy that they really advertised to 8X on the front. That's not a good sign for that town. That's not a good sign for that town.
Wow, that's not even 8XL, it's 6XL. I mean, it's here because there's a demand for it. What's like the most popular sold size?
5X.
Have you noticed the store getting busier over the years?
We've been here since 89.
89, really?
We're not struggling for business.
No.
The donuts were just a snack, so I checked out one of Little Rock's most popular breakfast spots, and right away we could see there was a big problem.
This menu
Surf
is a
and turf
laminated
Bloody
pie
Mary.
funnel. Like half of the stuff is dessert, the other half is pretty much a food challenge. Like we don't just have pancakes, we have strawberry cheesecake pancakes, lemon cakes. It's incredible.
Cheesecake
Like, the starter
pancakes?
section.
My goodness.
Who needs cinnamon rolls as a starter for breakfast?
No wonder people here
Me,
are struggling with weight.
Actually, that
My
sounds really
goodness.
good. The big concern is the children's menu. Like we have chocolate chip pancakes, 1 pancake, 1 bacon, 1 egg, French toast, and then what the heck is a unicorn pancake? What's a unicorn pancake? But literally,
I
no
don't know,
healthy
but I
options.
assume there's a
Little
whole
Rock,
lot of sugar
Arkansas
coming with it.
Is #1 in teenage obesity and ranks 2nd amongst children. And this stuff is what? There's no healthy options. The Eureka?
So the Eureka comes with a side. You get to choose from red skin potatoes, fresh fruit, fresh greens,
What's the most popular?
the potatoes, or
Potatoes.
the grits.
I'll do grits.
And within a matter of minutes, a crazy amount of food showed up.
The air is thick
Oh my
with
God.
delicious danger. Let's start with the cinnamon roll. Now, this is a starter, but I feel like this is about to end my day. Like, this is a hefty looking thing. Like, this is essentially a freaking death row meal, not a breakfast appetizer. There's enough sauce.
I still
in
wear
here
my
for
men's
me
3X
frickin'
t-shirts
have
to
a little
work out,
bath
like
in it.
dresses
Looking like
now.
me on
I am
payday.
telling you. So this is, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see with my cam here, but this is the 5X. Oops, all right. This is my 5X. Look at this thing. This is my 5X. This thing is starting to fall off of me. Literally, this used to be, when I started my weight loss, this thing used to be skin tight. Actually, my gut used to hang out of this hoodie. My gut was getting to the point where it was hanging out of this hoodie. And that was 153 pounds ago, almost 154 pounds ago. It is so loose, so loose. This thing's gonna be a dress before too long.
Straight butter. Oh my God. Dude, that bite was more satisfying than any hug I've ever received. I'm getting goosebumps. Like the dopamine in my body right now is just like oozing out. Now to think that a Cinnabon, regular cinnamon roll, is 880 calories. It's
crazy.
This has to be.
It is
1,000
baggy,
calories.
dude. I'm telling you, it is. It is. It is. I'm pretty solid into the 4Xs now. Unfortunately, the way my gut is starting to hang down, I am really starting to deal with loose skin right now. I'll give you an example. See that arm? The loose skin is beginning. You can see this too. My forearm's not as bad. Forearm's got a little bit, but the underarm, the loose skin is beginning. So I still need like a 4 extra long just to contain my gut. Sadly, I think that's going to be a problem until the skin removal. But yeah, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting seeing how clothes fit. I think seeing the clothes fit this way is honestly better than seeing the number on the scale go down. It really is. All right, I'm going to leave Will playing. I'll be back in like 2
just in a
seconds. I just got to use the bathroom quick.
All right, so the sandwich we got here is called the Eureka. Fried chicken, bacon jam, bacon, mayo, cheese, buttered biscuit bun. I mean, how can it be bad, at least in the short term? Whoa. I can already feel my blood thickening. Because I'm actually obliterating my calories and macros today, please subscribe. Please do it.
The first few bites were actually amazing, but it didn't take that long for things to start feeling a little too heavy for me. This was food I was not used to at all.
And just what I need on the side of the sandwich is a bowl of grits. It is so thick. I think it's bacon fat. I'm a happy boy right now. Don't peek under the table. I love to eat, but I don't think it could be my only hobby. But it doesn't seem like there's a lot to do around here. Like, we do not see anybody out for a walk doing anything. So we're at the mall hoping to see some people, just to see what people do on their free time around here. Never mind, there's nobody here. I do smell Auntie Anne pretzels though. That's a hard smell to miss. This is the first mall I've been to.
Annie Ann's, dude. I don't know if I could walk past an Annie Ann's. That is a temptation.
So there's no even encouragement to walk.
Little Rock has an obesity problem.
Okay.
What's the main reason in your opinion?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real. It's just Southern food, like.
Southern food?
I think so, just Southern food for real. Like, in the South, food just like a hobby for people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is for real.
Yeah. How often do you eat fast food every week?
When I eat fast food, like I kind of get like a little weird, like gropey feeling or whatever. So I try not to eat too much fast food.
How often do you eat fast food?
Twice a day.
Twice a day?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I get this right here.
How often do you eat fast food?
I'm more of I love salads.
You're an anomaly here.
I love salads.
Yeah. Do you feel like the government should do a better job at informing people how to be healthy?
Yeah, they could. I'm 24, so like I was kind of in school where like Michelle Obama kind of did the little food change, so I got to kind of see both sides of it. So like, yeah, I feel like they could, but like add some healthy, cause like everybody not gonna just eat healthy. Cause the schools now, like the food now is like
bad.
Yeah, it's damn near the same as like jail food a little bit.
Jail food, yeah. Dude, school lunches were a joke when I was growing up.
One of the main factors of Little Rock's high obesity rate is that they have the lowest number of health educators per capita in America. So I wanted to see how much the locals actually knew about basic health information with a little game of trivia.
I'll give you $1 if you can answer the question correctly. Okay?
How many calories are in a gram of protein?
Can he help me?
12. No. You have a chance?
30?
30? No. How many calories are in 1 gram of fat?
I don't know.
No idea. How many calories are in
It's
water?
3,500, isn't it?
There you go. How many calories are in 1 gram of carbs?
Oh, Jesus.
You got it. Come on. It's between 1 and 10.
3?
Oh, no, you're so close. How many calories would you say is in an apple?
Damn, I should know that. I'd say probably like, it can't be a lot, so I'll probably say like 10.
No, I think you're talking about an apple crumb at that point. What is the average calorie intake for like the average person?
Or isn't that 3,500 calories is what you need to burn to lose 1 pound of body fat, right? That's probably what I was thinking of when I just said 3,500.
Ooh, I'd say like maybe 1,000. Yeah, like maybe like 1,200 calories.
No, man. No. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the healthiest, where would you rank Caesar salad?
You say an 8.
An 8.
7.
7. So would you say Caesar salad's healthy?
It depends on what all you got in that Caesar salad.
That's also true. You're giving me loopholes though. So because of that, I'm gonna give you $1. Because you hustled me there. I mean, it's pretty safe to say that
you can't hustle a hustler.
No idea about the most basic nutrition information that you should probably know, but it's really not their fault. Like at the end of the day, you only know.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know those numbers.
And if you've never been taught it, why would you know it? So it's kind of sad.
And all I focus on is health for some time.
You grow up,
there you go,
bad
just to show you.
Diseases,
Just a bad situation.
Does olive oil have 0 calories?
Yes.
No, that's wrong. Which has more protein? Chicken breast or peanut butter?
Chicken.
No. How many calories are in water?
1.
I'll tell you what. Cravings being what they are, I do still occasionally get some cravings. I have absolutely been craving peanut butter lately. I know it's the worst thing I could ever do to myself. I know it is by far the worst thing I could ever do to myself because it will make me massively inflamed. It'll give me a Herxheimer reaction on my Lyme disease. It'll put me in literal hell for 3 days. That's why I don't do it. But man, I sure have been thinking about it.
That was extremely concerning. Wow. I think I gotta move here and become like a freaking nutrition teacher or something, I don't know. It's lunchtime now, and we're gonna see how people in Little Rock do fast food. I'm just gonna get whatever the person in front of me gets at a bunch of different places. So hopefully there's enough room in my car, and I have sturdy suspension. And hopefully they're just considering an afternoon light snack instead. Hi, can I just get what the person in front of me just got? Hi, can I just get whatever the most recent order was? Thank you.
Extra cheese and Popeyes. What can I get started for you today?
Can I just get what the person in front of me just got?
They got a gallon of sweet tea, sir.
Yeah, that sounds good. A gallon of sweet tea?
A gallon of sweet tea.
A gallon of sweet tea. What? Thank you.
I used to buy gallons of sweet tea when I lived down south. That is just a way of life down there. Seriously, they drink sweet tea by the jug down there. They do not mess around, and there is some sugar in there. Let's find out. Let's find out. How much sugar in a gallon of sweet tea? Let's find out. Traditional Southern sweet tea. 300 grams. 300 grams. Look at that. 300 grams. Good God, dude. Good gravy. And I guarantee that person is likely drinking that entire gallon in one go.
Thank you.
Not one go, but throughout the day. They'll down that
This
gallon.
is a freaking kettlebell of sweet tea.
It's just a plastic bag full of sweet tea.
Of sweet tea. The amount of carbs and sugar in this thing, like this would give like generational diabetes. Like the amount of stuff in here. Like it's crazy to say that probably getting fried chicken would be the healthier
liquid
choice,
sugar.
because this, I mean, she might be sharing it, she might not be. You never know in Little Rock. Literally the #1 thing if you're trying to lose weight is to not drink your calories. Yep. This is just not a wise choice. All right, so we got a medium Mountain Dew.
That's 100 teaspoons.
And then we got a nice hot box here. Hey, that actually doesn't look too bad. It looks like, so we got 6 wings and then mashed potatoes with gravy, no vegetables. I mean, I guess the green is in the Mountain Dew. 290 calories for the medium Mountain Dew. Now this is where it gets kind of crazy. So these are the extra crispy chicken wings. Per one chicken wing, 170 calories. Times 6.
I have my chicken wings. There's 170 calories for a dozen. My God.
1,020 calories in chicken wings. And then we have 180 calories in the freaking mashed potatoes. That's a hefty meal right there. And again, this is like a freaking breath mint. So small. So good. A little spicy too. Damn, I love food. We got our McDonald's here. So we have a small Sprite, which I consider it to be a victory because it's small. So small Sprite, really good. Now, if there's a salad in here, I'm gonna get out of the car and give the person a standing ovation.
With each of these orders, the one thing they all had in common was that
he's
they
just
had
going full
sugar
chug
drinks.
on that
Swapping
thing.
to a diet option saves a ton of calories, but this is something the locals probably don't even know.
We have small fries. What's this? We have a McDouble.
The
and
doubler.
We have, what else is this? We got 4 nuggies. A seasoned McDonald's eater always gets a little nuggets on the side.
Always.
Calories for this meal, 950 calories, not including the sauce. So we are like right around 1,000 calories for lunch, and it's not a very filling meal, not a lot of nutrients to it. You're gonna eat it
probably be hungry.
I used to be a secure transport and lived off Mountain Dew. See, that's, I think, one of my saving graces is I was never a soda drinker. My parents never kept soda in the house growing up. It was kind of like a forbidden thing for us. And I remember the first time as a kid that I went to a friend's house and I was allowed to have soda there, and I tried it, and just something about the carbonation of soda I really don't like. So fortunately, can you imagine how bad I would be if I drank soda? Like, I was 562 pounds without drinking soda. Can you imagine if I was drinking soda that whole time? I would have been 700 pounds, easy. 750, I would have been utterly enormous, dude. I would have been huge.
In like an hour or two, so not ideal. But, I mean, very, very tasty. Wow. $6.64.
He's already at 7,000 calories for the day.
Why people are eating this stuff.
I tracked all these meals using the Macro Factor app, the easiest and quickest way to track your calories. The database is verified so you can trust its accuracy. If you're from Little Rock and you're watching this, I highly recommend you give this app a shot to start learning what's exactly in your food. If you want to try it out, make sure to use code WILL for a 2-week free trial.
We're in the downtown core right now of Little Rock, and there's literally nobody walking. There's just cars. But other than that, it's just a ghost town, and there's just food. There's just restaurants.
There's no one walking anywhere.
It's very strange to see.
He was the starch addict, I was the sugar addict.
Yep, downtown area in my entire life, which is completely opposite to what we're going to experience in the world's skinniest city later in this video.
We're at the gym right now, feeling lethargic, as you can probably imagine from all the food.
I
The gym
was.
is not that busy.
French fries, pizza, that was the name of the game for me. I was never a sugar guy. Now, don't get me wrong, I would constantly fall victim to the allure of like Cold Stone ice cream or like Ben & Jerry's or something like that. I would get that stuff frequently, but I never considered myself a sugar addict. For me, it was pizza, deep fried stuff, wings, calamari, French fries, dipping sauces, like just pure sugar in those sauces, you know what I mean? But never would I consider myself a candy or a sugar
resistance
addict.
training here is probably just chewing, but every person in this gym right now is a real winner. But we're gonna try to burn off as much food as we possibly can.
I got into a full body workout, tried my
feel
best
bad.
to
I
lose
wanted to go
some
to the
sort
gym
of
today. I
possible
ended up
damage
not doing
control,
it.
but realistically, it's doing nothing, especially with my next stop.
Little Rock, Arkansas is a big buffet town, which is probably not a big surprise at all, now that I think about it. But we're at the Golden Corral, and some of the plates that the locals make.
Only water and black coffee? That's awesome, Snarky. That's awesome. That's such a good way to keep it. Such a good way to keep it. Once you get used to black coffee, too, you don't want anything else. You don't want any cream. You don't want any sugar. As soon as you're adjusted over to black coffee, it's all that satisfies. You know what I do drink? Black tea. Pure Leaf. There's a brand called Pure Leaf. It literally has nothing in it. Literally nothing in it. It is just tea and water. That's it. And that is 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 calorie, and just black tea with a little bit of caffeine. It has less caffeine than coffee. I do those quite a bit just because they're so good. They're so
Are
good.
pretty crazy. Like, just look at some of these. But somehow my boy Michael Calvin made his salad the worst one. Like, that salad is cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go inside, have our last meal, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel after this one.
Right when we walked in, we were offered a fountain drink to bring to our seat. And now it was time to build our first plate.
We have the salad section over here. It's literally a ghost town. Where's Michael Calvin at? I have no idea what a hush puppy is. But I'm gonna do that. Oh, sweet potato casserole with marshmallows on top.
The ratio of unhealthy to healthy options was to be expected, but the crazy thing is, the dessert section was actually the biggest section.
We got plate 1 right here. I got spaghetti beside casserole beside, I don't even know what it is. $16, all you can eat, which is just financially ideal until the medical bills kick in.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Until all of a sudden you owe $255,000 for heart care.
It's good.
Time for plate 2.
The pizza looks like pretty fire. It looks like Pizza Hut vibes. Nice and crispy.
So
Got some
much
Mexican
food.
rice. I'm gonna put the Mexican rice on top of the pizza.
You know what I need to do is I need to sit down and look at one of my old days of eating when I was eating really, really bad at my worst and actually calculate how many calories I was eating a day, because I guarantee it was horrifying. I guarantee it was horrifying.
That's what confidence looks like. And it's dangerous.
And lastly, dessert. At this point, I didn't really need it, but it's here, and that's the point of a buffet. I was only taking little pieces of each thing, which made me feel like I was in control. But a bunch of little pieces definitely adds up.
At this point, I'm not hungry. I don't think anyone else in here is hungry, but we're just trying to make our money's worth. Brownie. Whoa, that's decadent. And then this thing, I don't know what it is. Very heavy. Pecan pie. Wow, this tastes like signature. It's a nice spiced nut on the top.
Interesting.
Feeling dizzy.
Never met a sugar I hated unless it was paired with a vegetable or a coconut.
I'm getting dizzy from food. I have hit rock bottom in Little Rock. I cannot eat anymore. Let's go to the world's skinniest city.
We have spawned in Tokyo, Japan, where the obesity rate is just over 4%, 10 times less than Little Rock. Everything that they do in Little Rock, like, you will be shunned. We are quite literally in a different weight class. So I'm very interested to see how much different life is here.
Bring back buffet nightmares. The trick with Golden Corral, just eat the steak for dinner. If you want a salad, put the cottage cheese on it instead of the salad seed oil dressing. They don't put anything in the broccoli and cauliflower. Interesting. That's a good call, Shepard. That's a good call. That's one of the harder things is when you're out and about trying to eat healthy is finding options like that. So the more advice you throw like that, the better, my friend, the better. Buffet nightmares. I remember seeing that way back.
It's 6 a.m. and I'm about to do some radio teiso, which is a Japanese morning exercise routine that's been around for nearly 100 years. So every single day we've been here, this park has been absolutely packed with the cutest old ladies and old men just aura farming. So I'm just gonna go and see if I can join them. They're starting their day with movement, which is key to low obesity rates and longevity.
First thing I do every morning is stretches and then physical therapy. First thing every morning. It's the first thing. It's the way I start my day. Actually, no. Those are the second and third thing I do. First thing I do every day. First thing I do after waking up, water. I get hydration in me, stretch, and then physical therapy. And it is such a game changer to start your day like that. It really, really is.
Oh, I'm cracking everywhere.
Even though this is obviously not exercise that I'm used to or find remotely challenging, it still felt incredible. What felt even better was doing it outside with a bunch of people.
Music's low-key banging.
A lot of people, once they reach a certain age, give up on themselves and stop moving. So it was nice to see that in Japan, no matter the age, they get movement.
That was so great. I feel like loose. I feel balanced emotionally and physically. I feel like at one point we did the chicken dance.
That's such a good way to start.
It was a good time. It was a good vibe. I feel good. I feel yummy, man. I feel ready to start the day. When you start with movement, it's just that you start at this high, and so hopefully it just keeps on going. It's gonna be a good day.
The next stop was to get my morning caffeine fix that was a little more green than what I'm used to.
Hopefully this is not an indication of portion sizes for the day because I feel like I need a refill before even tasting it. But we have some ceremonial grade matcha right now, and this is pretty much the coffee of Japan. It tastes healthy. My insides are clapping. There's a ceremony going on within right now.
The difference between countries is unbelievable. It really
There's absolutely no sweetness whatsoever, but I don't need it. The old ladies in the park gave me all the sweetness that I need for the day.
But I think the people of Little Rock would be afraid of this drink.
They'd be like, why is there not enough?
In America, our elderly do this as well. They call it yard work. Lazy Japanese got time for group dance classes. Dude, I'm telling you, my dad is 70 years old, dude, and that man does not stop. He gets up at 4 a.m. and he's out in the workshop doing stuff, building cabinets, doing this, and he's out doing yard work. Like, man does not stop moving. I'll tell you what, I kind of thought that as too, that most of the older folks here get sedentary the older they get. But my gym is mostly senior citizens. And I'll tell you what, they can move, man. There's some old boys out there that can move and groove. I'm telling you. I am telling you.
Sugar in my grass clippings. It's very intense. I must have been drinking the fake shit at home. But we did the morning movement. Now matcha, man. I feel like my body's a temple right now.
So I enjoyed my matcha, then went on the hunt for my first actual meal of the day. What separates places from being healthy to unhealthy is options available that are convenient. So naturally, my first stop was Japan's most iconic convenience store, 7-Eleven.
7-Elevens in America are pretty sketchy. They're like the white panel van of convenience stores.
Yeah,
but in
they
Japan,
are.
They're actually a food destination.
You pull into a 7-Eleven at 2 a.m., man, you have no idea what you're getting into.
So this is gonna be the first stop. This is the first time I've walked into a 7-Eleven and actually stayed hungry. This salad chicken looks like This is ready for a bodybuilder 1 week out from competition. That looks scary clean. I think the most processed thing about it is actually just the packaging. Kids can come get dried squid tentacles. Back at home, I could probably get something with enough chemicals to actually grow tentacles.
It was crazy to see that they had more options on the healthier side than unhealthy. Fresh salads, protein bowls, fruit cups, and tons of protein drinks. The complete opposite of Little Rock.
Excuse me. Is there any healthy options around
That's going to be me at 90, going to be a buff old lady. Keep right to it, Snarky. Keep right to it. That's going to be awesome. Another trick with Golden Corral, go a half hour before dinner, pay lunch price, and eat the steak. There you go, Shepard. There you go. Big brain plays. Big brain plays. America could be like Japan, but our way. Just have to develop the guts to do it and be slightly mean to people who cry over nothing. Yep, I agree, Rob. I absolutely agree, man.
Yeah.
Suck it up and get it done, baby.
A lemonade.
Sugar lemonade.
Oh, okay.
And we have these waters. They're healthy for you.
I need to get the most popular things at 7-Eleven, and the most popular thing by far is this egg salad sandwich, which I don't understand why. It looks like the most basic sandwich ever. Like, it's like making a fuss of a single stuffed Oreo, but I'm gonna get it. I hate egg salad. To me, usually I see egg salad as a form of punishment. My mom gave it to me for lunch, but it could be good, you never know. And then
I love a nice egg salad. I've never been against an egg salad one day in my
seaweed,
life.
And then there's rice inside with some meat. It looks like beef. But we will find out. It's pretty wild. They have Coke with added fiber in it. I have never seen that before. They just can't do empty calories here. I thought this was a fridge. It's hot. Oh my God, that's hot coffee.
Canned hot coffee? That's crazy.
It's very hot coffee. What the f?
First thing I'm trying is the egg salad sandwich.
They're mimicking our golden age their way. We fell off so hard. Okay. I absolutely agree, Rob.
Again,
I absolutely
it's super
agree.
basic. It's like a girl with no makeup on. Vulnerable. Here we go. The fact that I don't mind it makes this sandwich borderline mythical. It has an unexpected sweetness to it.
You catch a good egg salad, it's so good.
That's kind of confusing, but it's making me
Steak and Butter Girl has a video. She makes egg salad with butter instead of mayonnaise. I should check that one out. I have not been watching Bella lately. I've been slacking on watching my Bella videos. I got to get back on top of it. I do love her recipes on stuff. I really do.
Pillow back at home. You know what? I went into this one as a skeptic.
My only problem with that is I'm trying to cut back on butter because dairy as a whole is just making me stall out. Butter too. I think butter is a big part of the problem.
Next thing I want to try is the onigiri. So this is beef, onion, and soy sauce. So we got seaweed with some rice, and inside we got the meat.
Gas stations used to have a car repair in diners. Now you're lucky if you don't get stabbed. That's what I'm saying, Rom. So I'm saying a 7-Eleven at 2 in the morning, dude. If you don't leave with at least one knife wound, did you even do it right?
A lot of rice. I'm not getting any meat. Don't be shy. Show me your meat.
Hold up.
You have to go deep to get the meat. There it is. That is quite nice. That was only 224 calories. Apparently, 7-Eleven is famous for their desserts, specifically ice creams. And this creme brulee one caught my eye. Oh, look at that. It's a beauty.
I'm really going to have to try that out. Yeah, CK is confirming that too. Butter and egg salad is so much better than mayo. I'll have to try that next time because I did reintroduce eggs. I did reintroduce eggs. Little butter in there and then some hot salt maybe. Oh, little Salty Provisions hot salt. Dude, that would be so good.
You got to hit it just right.
The only thing that kills me about egg salad is I feel like it absolutely needs celery powder, but I got to find a way to do it without.
A little hard, and then a little soft. Repeatedly. And eventually, it's going to open up for you. Here we go. Perfect, see? Yep. Oh my God.
That looks so good.
That is so good. Why can't gas stations be like this in North America? I mean, look how
changing consumer habits is why.
Can't get much work done
Changing consumer habits is why we can't have these nice things in the U.S. of A.
It's kind of annoying. And then, of course, we got to try our coffee.
Or even melted baking grease if you're cutting out butter. That, CK, that is a really good idea. That is actually a really, really good idea. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'm going to take that into consideration. In fact, I'm writing that down right now. That is an awesome call, CK.
So a lot of like sugary,
beautiful call.
milky options. It's mostly black.
If you make butter mayo, you have to eat it within a week.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Even though I got a few things, the calories still weren't even close
I'll just make
to
a small batch. If I'm going to do it, I'll
appetizer
make a
we had
really
in Little
small
Rock.
batch.
After 7-Eleven, I met up with fellow YouTuber Joseph, American-born but has
changing consumer habits by ass. I'm not allowed to say on YouTube why we can't have nice things.
lived in Japan for the past 15 years.
What's like the main difference between the food culture, America versus Japan?
The main difference is, well, one, people eat a lot less.
Absolutely,
people don't
CK,
really
thank
consume
you.
soda with their meals. Things aren't as sweet, too. So it's like they're kind of habituated to a lower level of sweetness.
Oh, okay.
So it's not necessarily.
I can't even imagine biting into something super sweet right now, like how overpowering it would be. Like even something small, like a bite of watermelon or something would probably be just like sweetness overload for me
That
at this
there's
point.
some amazing compound in this thing that they eat. It's just like they totally nailed the basics.
Joseph then took me for a traditional Japanese lunch to get something called teishoku, and this place was absolutely packed with locals all eating the exact same thing.
So this is Nakayoshi, which is basically a chain teishoku restaurant.
Teishoku?
Teishoku.
Okay.
Which is like, it literally means standard meal.
Okay.
That the average Japanese person is probably gonna eat multiple times a day. So it's Ichiju Sansai, which means one soup,
Dude, Japanese
3
cuisine looks
dishes.
so good. It always looks so
We
appealing.
got fish and you got chicken. You have your 2 other dishes, which this is stewed seaweed and that's radish, and then rice.
Some rice. Beautiful presentation.
Yeah.
It's adorable. I love this.
And this is like, what was it, like $7?
It's cheap, so it's like cheap, healthy food.
Why
too.
can't we have stuff like
So other
this
than like
here?
small portions, less sugar, less salt, what else like attributes to Japan's low obesity rate?
There's this idea of hara hachibu, and it literally means stomach 80%.
Oh, so you only eat to 80%
I
capacity?
forget his
It's like
name.
eat
He
to
has a
80%
channel. It's like
capacity,
JIL
and that's it.
Worldwide
I don't know
or
that.
something
Imagine,
like
like,
that.
living
He
your
is
entire life
also
80%
a
battery.
massive,
Yeah, I don't
massive
know.
YouTuber.
Well, I think it actually works out. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like you eat 80%, and then it takes, what does it take? Like
I accidentally got a regular Coke instead of a Coke Zero from McD's the other day. I think the most overpoweringly sweet honey straight from the bottle. That is what will taste like to you now. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure me eating something that sweet would just be nightmare
20
fuel at this
minutes or
point.
something to like fully feel the effects of what you ate. Like the digestion
Yeah.
takes place. You feel a little bit more full.
Man, I'm kind of like overwhelmed. I kind of just want to dump all the bowls into the tray and just mix it all up. Would that be rude?
That would be pretty rude.
That'd be okay. We'll stop
Not
that.
rude. People would just be like, well, don't do that.
Yeah.
I think there's some psychology around like having things separated into dishes
Yeah.
actually makes you more full. I never thought about that.
I mean, I feel like I need to have a game plan of what to do here, which is making me think too much, which is kind of slowing me down on how I eat. This is like food interval training. You go there a bit, then there, then there, and there. Well,
That
that's good.
camera
That's
panned
very
there
good.
for a second.
If someone
Wow.
got this bowl in America, they'd send it back. They'd be pissed. But the size of this thing, I can't. Half the food is making it to my mouth. The other half's making a scenic route back into the tray here. I don't even think a muzzle would slow me down this much. It feels like meals here are like designed for longevity, and then meals in America are designed.
You know why, Benny. You'll eat the slop and you'll like the slop.
Just kill you.
You don't get the instant hit of.
And it's so cheap for
dopamine
us
or
to buy.
sugar.
Imagine how
Yeah,
little it
whatever
costs to
is. My
produce and how
impression
much
is in
they're
the States, and it's
profiting
like,
off of it is
hey,
the crazy part.
check out our meal. It's so big. Like this meal is even bigger. You can get a value meal, and it's like it's super big.
Yeah.
But I feel like in Japan, that's not so much of what's going on. It's more like the quality is so good. This chicken comes from that prefecture, or
Yeah.
this beef comes from that prefecture. Like, come get it. Yeah.
Don't even know what this is. Here we go.
Don't know what it is, but I bet you it's good.
Oh my god. Whoa. Oh. Everything's so simple. There's like, it just seems like a few ingredients per thing. Nothing like crazy, like that kind of scares you a little bit. There's like nothing like that. So is the miso soup, that's like a standard addition to a meal? I think that's supposed to like help fill up your stomach probably as well.
Yeah.
So is that like a tactic to keep people like fuller and like not overeat?
I think so. I don't know
Yeah.
if like they traditionally said like we should add miso soup to our food culture so we don't get fat. Like I don't know if that was the plan, but it's also pretty salty. Sometimes people are craving salty snacks, and it might just be that they're not craving chips per se. What they're really after is the sodium. I've done that myself. It's like I'm craving, I just want some junk. Salty
Lawyers,
stuff,
lobbyists, and
miso soup.
subsidized
And then
farming, Benny. There you go.
That took care of it.
I'm also never one to use chopsticks, but in Japan, I was too embarrassed to ask for a fork, and just using chopsticks made me eat slower, which was actually making me feel fuller faster.
I don't know if I'm full or if I'm just
It
frustrated.
does. Honestly, one of the biggest things is just slowing down the rate at which you're eating food. I used to just scarf everything down so fast, not enjoy it, just chop, 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 chop. And when you slow down how much you eat, or not how much you eat, just slow down the rate at which you eat, life-changing. You will get full so much faster. So much faster.
This is so hard using these. My God. I'm good with wood, just not chopsticks. Japan is one of the biggest walking cities in the world, where residents average 6,500 to 7,200 steps every single day. Like, look at it out here.
Look at the amount of people walking around in this scene versus the amount of people that were actually on foot walking in Little Rock. It's such a night and day
And I think
difference.
like Tokyo is like the biggest city in the world with like a population of 37 million, and the traffic is actually better here than where I live back at home, and it's like a fourth of the size. That's pretty insane. Look how empty this road is right now. In a main city, this would be completely stopped. And also, I have yet to hear a car horn this entire trip. We're about to walk through this. It's gonna be chaos. Here we go. If I was shorter, I'd be claustrophobic right now.
Pretty incredible to see how many people are out walking wherever they need to get to.
Is your carne ready? Wifey called me a little while back. It's done. It's on the keep warm setting because I'm shooting a video with it too. So I didn't want to leave you guys for like 10 minutes while I went and shot and recorded a video and then come back and just leave you guys with dead air on stream. I didn't want to do that to you. So I have it on keep warm setting right now. And the minute I am done, which is about 15 minutes from now, I will be heading up there to chow down. I will also have a video on it. Probably have that one come out tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Even public
I
transportation.
think just a weigh-in for tonight. Videos on Friday nights do not do well. Everyone's too busy with life and dinner and seeing family and going out and traveling, especially during the summertime. That stuff, I don't even put out videos on Friday nights anymore. It's just not worth it.
For low
so I'll have that one out tomorrow.
Which is a big difference from Little Rock.
You know, I'm noticing, I'm looking around, and there's a lot of people here. I can't see anybody that's like fat or overweight. Because probably no one wants to be that guy. Maybe it's me. But if you're walking in America and you say you don't see a fat person, you're probably just avoiding reflective surfaces, if you know what I'm saying. Like, they're everywhere. But here, with the amount of people around, it's nobody.
Because the walking culture is so big, vending machines are everywhere. And these are not your average vending machines you see in North America.
It's really hard to find vending machines with actual stuff in it with calories. Like, look at this. Here we have BCAAs, then we have a conditioning drink, then you have matcha, then you have vitamin C boosters, then you have like, look at this, like more vitamin C, a lot of
There's a monster
coffee,
right there.
with
There's the
electrolyte
monster.
drinks. It's basically like a supplement shop on the street, and the fact that it's on the street.
Country of people that are all thin and yet they can't have babies, dude. Oh my God, I could literally go improve their birth rate right now. You let me at them.
Same ones that we see everywhere. Usually, like in America, you have like vending machines with chips, chocolate. If you want to be healthy, there's like that one granola bar. So this is very different. We're in this random store right now, and they have protein shake
I know. I'll
vending
bring her with
machines,
me too.
Which you get 10.6
I'll bring her
grams
too,
of
Rob.
protein for 100 yen, which comes up to 87 cents.
We'll do it. It'll be a
87
team
cents
effort. It'll
for
be a
nearly
team
11
effort.
grams of protein, and you're telling me Mr. Olympia is not Japanese? I don't think the Japanese know how good they have it and how much more jacked they should be.
Team effort to save
So
Japan.
I definitely gotta hack one of these. Whoa. These are just like, oh my God, it's warm. It's warm protein. So there we go.
Protein drink.
58 calories, 10.6 grams of protein for 87 cents. You're hungry, you just pop in here, grab that and keep on walking. Oh, that's so nice. It's like it's kind of like yogurt. It's like warm yogurt.
Oh,
As I was enjoying
I'm
the protein
so
shakes, I
envious
started
of
to wonder
everything
if
they
the
have there.
locals thought it was easy to stay healthy.
That's China, and that's because of the laws. I thought Japan was having really, really low birth rates too, aren't they?
Yeah, I think like there's like a lot of food that doesn't have so much like fat in it. In school, they have like a really strict diet that they adhere to.
Oh,
And
really?
They have like nutritional experts, I think, that like design the meals for the kids.
Okay.
So, like growing up, they get like kind of told what is good and what isn't good to eat.
Do you guys follow a diet?
No.
You do? What's your diet?
Walking.
Just walking. Do you say walking is what keeps you thin?
Yes.
Yes. Do you guys track steps?
Nampo.
Okay, you're at 3,000
Yeah,
steps.
but-
Okay, 5,000 steps. How many steps do you think you walk per day?
Not much.
You're at
2,000.
You're almost at 3,000.
I just started
okay.
the day.
You just started the day. Okay. How many would you get on a typical day?
Japan has massive struggles with birth rates. The entire Asian world, Korea, all of it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And that is how you get passport bros. That is quite literally how you get passport bros.
How many steps
right
a day would
there.
you walk?
Like 18,000.
18,000?
Yeah, yesterday in here. But
Wow.
in America, maybe like not that much because I drive.
What I understand is like after the war, they had this choice of rebuilding the country. They kind of took a risk or investment into the rail companies, and they built those out first. And then
To have
implemented
high-speed
the
rail
roads.
transportation in the
So
U.S.
now it's
Could you imagine?
really easy to get around, especially Tokyo, with public transit.
You can't
That's why I
have
don't have a
high-speed
car.
trains here. You all know a crackhead would be out on the tracks.
And more uncomfortable walking around in Japan?
In Japan, it's a very communal society. They know that there's like this social eye that's always watching them, and they feel like they're not able to contribute as much or fit to the communal standard. They wait till nighttime to go shopping. You know, I have a lot of Japanese friends who are around my age. Like what they're attracted to, as far as a woman or a partner, they definitely prefer like slimmer. What
for sure.
my friends in the States would say is normal is fat in Japan.
Japan has a very low obesity rate.
Yeah.
So what do you think is like the main factor for that?
I think they don't mess with the food too much. Not too fatty. I think it's mostly like healthy food, but it's filling. We had a meal together. It's the unagi meal. It was like just the eel and the rice. I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's very small. But I didn't even finish it. It was really filling. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they prioritize more seasonal food. If you go to a restaurant, like an authentic one, they
We're
might not
both
even give
right,
you a
and
menu
neither of us are
up
rough,
until
bro.
a day before, because it depends on what they can get fresh at the market. And the States, you know, you can just look online. It's pretty much the same menu year round. So I like how the Japanese are much more in tune with what's seasonal. You know, they're the experts. It's their restaurant. They're usually in it for passion rather than money, because restaurants don't really make that much.
Yeah.
If they're putting something on the table, they put a lot of care and thought into it. In the States, people often say that they don't have the budget to eat healthy. I think that's kind of true. It is much easier, and also the advertising is much more catered to like fast food. But here, it's really easy to eat clean and efficiently.
That's the thing,
So
the
it's just
ease
very-
of access. We don't have that here. You can't just walk into a gas station or a place like that and have access to healthy food. And it's one of the biggest things I want to see change here. And we all know that's never going to happen, sadly. So I digress. We'll just keep running to the end of our chain and barking
Easy
on
to get
that
a
one. It's all we can
convenient,
do.
healthy option when you're on the go, whereas in America, a convenient option's usually pretty unhealthy.
I would think so, yeah.
I am out front the most famous fast food burger spot in Japan called Moss Burger. As you can see, I'm avoiding chopsticks at all costs. So this is opened by a man named Satoshi
Japan's government is trying to
Sakurada.
encourage higher birth rates. Oh,
This
I'm
is-
sure.
the
I'm sure.
Japanese people have the sickest names of all time. So we're gonna go inside.
Aren't
and see
birth
if
rates
Japan
in the U.S.
does
getting
fast
pretty
food.
low too?
Apparently, Japan
I'm pretty sure
has a
the
very
U.S. is
strict
starting to have a
advertising
birth
law where
crisis
the
too, aren't
pictures
they?
of the food actually have to match what the food looks like, which explains
Like
why.
in comparison, because the baby boomers are like starting to be senior citizens. My dad's a big baby boomer. He's definitely a boomer. Both my parents were, and they're hitting their 70s now, and that was like the biggest population boom we've had. And they're all starting to hit senior age and need care and stuff. And there's not enough people coming up behind them now to even take care of them once they get to that age. So I think we're kind of in the same situation. Maybe not as bad as Japan or like the South Pacific there, but I don't know. I feel like it's something that's happening here too. Maybe in the EU
Grinder's
as
not
well.
Japanese, but I ordered the Moss signature burger, and it does look a lot like it did on the screen, which is pretty crazy. I mean, being Japanese, I wasn't expecting big, but I am expecting it to deliver. This is less than 400 calories, and then we look at our most popular burger in America, the Big Mac, which is over 500 calories. So again, a lot smaller here. The chances of this not getting on my shirt is very low. Here we go.
I think there's a law in Japan where you have to have a certain size waist or you get a penalty tax. Wouldn't surprise me. Definitely wouldn't surprise me. Birth in the U.S. vary by demographic. Whites are recovered about 2% of the immigrants usually have horrible rates as soon as they hit second generation. Black even worse. Yeah, for sure.
The patty is like almost sausage-like, and it's a meat sauce on top. It has a little bit of a spice to it. It doesn't taste
That's a
mass-produced at all.
beautiful
It
looking
actually
tomato
tastes
right there.
like a pretty fresh burger. The tomato slice is actually thicker than the patty, which is interesting, slightly triggering, but I feel like also that's a little bit more healthy. Look how small. That's like the default size, how small that is.
Default fries. That's a big fry though. Those look like really good
Not
fries.
as salty as what I'm used to, not even close, but still highly addictive. Those are very good. Already, I feel like I could eat this whole thing and not need a nap.
afterwards. I feel like I'd feel good and ready to take on the day. Now this one is another popular one. It's a burger, but the bun is actually made of rice. And on the inside, there's a bunch of different like seafood, edamame, carrots, and then it's like tempura fried.
That looks really good. So
much rice today. They put rice on everything. I feel like even the condoms are probably like rice paper or something. So good.
The fast food here is substantially different. It feels fresher, less processed, and overall just smaller. Because of that, I left feeling fine and actually still kind of hungry.
We are now walking around in the fish market, and my strategy going into this is that if it looks good, I'm gonna buy one. If it looks weird, I'm gonna buy two. Which one do you recommend?
Recommend very, very fatty tuna.
Very, very fatty tuna. So we got tuna sashimi. It goes from lean
actual
to fatty.
sushi
You only
in
get 4
Japan.
pieces
It's
in
gotta
Japan.
be
I
so
feel like
good.
back at home, I get 48 pieces. You know, I feel like if I asked her for a dragon roll, she'd be dragging me out. This tuna was probably swimming this morning, and now it's sinking to the bottom of my stomach. Wow, it's lean protein, carbs, nothing fried. Super good.
This seems to be Japan's version of a food court. And
Wagyu
everything here was pretty
sushi?
much
Did I
lean
just see
protein,
that right?
Freshly
Oh
caught
my God.
fruits and vegetables. It was hard to find anything fried.
This is the first fried food spot that we found, and I'm gonna try it. So this is, I actually don't even really know what this is, but my favorite learning experiences are always in my mouth. And I can't even pronounce it, and that's not because of the chemicals, it's just the language barrier. So this is some sort of deep fried fish cake. Here we go. It's fried, but it doesn't even taste fried. It kind of just tastes pan-seared. It's not really oily.
Looks like
There's
a
no
Twinkie.
like big crust on it or anything. Like I would be fooled. I actually wouldn't actually think this is fried. It tastes
Twinkie!
very fresh. Like look at the inside of this thing. Maybe fried here means grilled in America. I'm not sure. This piece is scaring me though. What is that?
I felt like I was nonstop eating, which I guess I was, but everything was so much lighter, the calories didn't really add up to anything crazy. But even with all the healthy food around, I wanted to see how the Japanese did dessert. So I bought a traditional Japanese cheesecake.
No matter how full I am, I
Man,
always have to
if
end the
there's
day
one thing I
with
know
some
for
dessert.
sure in this world, you just cannot go wrong with cheesecake. It doesn't matter what it is. Cheesecake is always
This would be
a W.
considered the diet version back in America. Like this is so much lighter than a regular American cheesecake. Like if a Japanese person saw an American cheesecake, they would think that's like a game show challenge or a freaking cinder block. Now this is airy, it's light, it jiggles on contact, it knows how to catch my eye. There's a time to be firm and there's a time to jiggle. Wow. So good. I truly think that you could eat this entire thing and be like, it didn't even count.
Yeah.
Like genuinely. Nowhere near as much sugar. And somehow, when it's in your mouth, it's almost not even there. I think that might be even the whole point. Holy shit, that's so good, man. Oh, I think I might actually eat this whole thing. I think in Japan, it's really hard to cheat on your diet, other than just emotionally. Like everything that you want to get, it's just by default a lot
So
lighter
much healthier
or
in here.
a lot smaller. So it just keeps you in check.
When the government
no matter
actually
what you do.
cares about
It's
your
pretty
health.
clear there are some big differences
Look at the
between
size
Little
of
Rock
those
and
donuts.
Tokyo. But the biggest one isn't willpower, it's the environment. The options that are available to you, the choices that are convenient, and the health education you're exposed to every day. Because when the healthy choice is also the easy choice, people tend to make better decisions.
All right, guys, I think that is an absolute perfect way to end the day. That was a really good video, just seeing the difference between us and Japan and how the food differs and how, you know, actually caring about health is vitally important. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys hanging out with me today. It's been an awesome stream. The Friday streams are always the best. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all the comments, all the time you spend in here. You guys are amazing. You keep me motivated every single day. You truly, truly do. We will be live Monday again at noon Eastern. Monday is our daytime stream. We will be live then. Also, we will be changing Kick and Twitch will no longer be streaming platforms I am on. We may consider them in the future. For now, we're getting rid of them. We are going to add Rumble in, so it'll be YouTube and Rumble. YouTube gang, have no fears. I am not going anywhere. Weigh-in is currently live. For those of you who weren't here, we did do a sneak peek, but the weigh-in is currently live on all platforms. I will have a cooking video out tomorrow. Wagyu tuna is meat from the belly, not an actual fish. Gotcha. Sardinia, they live long, eat good, low stress, and have a good evening. Yep. Going late today. We're literally just ending it, Bucky. We are literally just ending it as soon as you get here. I was giving my goodbye spiel. So that is going to do it for me. I'll have some videos out over the weekend. Next week is going to be a very, very big week for videos. I'm going to have a whole bunch of new stuff coming out next week. Very, very excited for that. So we're going to have a busy weekend. I hope you all have a happy, healthy, hearty weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Try to get some outside time, some fresh air. Try to get some motion in. The curse of me coming here, I'm so sorry, Bucky. I feel like every time you come back, I'm ending stream. I feel like every time you show up, and it literally is the curse. I'm ending as soon as you get here. I will be live Monday again, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. Love you guys, and we'll check in soon. Bye-bye.